be long exceeding that already.
It'd be like 17. On the 17th hour, you'd be like, wow, man, mistakes were made. Hey, everybody, welcome to bonus content. I'm Alex, as per usual. Scott Nobishin and Gregory Blaney are here.
So,
Hi, Greg.
what's up?
Not much. We were talking about before the show started. I'm pretty sure the last time you were on was our 5-year anniversary.
Probably.
Toots Probs, which was a year ago.
Yeah.
Because today's our 6-year anniversary. At least tomorrow is technically our 6-year anniversary, but today is our 6-year
Well, tomorrow's the
anniversary.
4th of July, so you can't really do it
Tomorrow's
then.
the 3rd of July, Greg.
Oh, fuck, it's Saturday, not Sunday. My days are off. I've been sick for the last few days.
Sorry, I woke up sick today, so. But yeah, it's been a while since you were on. You moved to Florida.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has happened.
You did some stuff. I don't know. You watched
Yeah.
anime probably at some
Oh,
point.
well, yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah, pretty much just that. How's
Yeah,
life?
it's pretty good so far. Just working everything out, trying to get everything kind of locked down and life moving on, type stuff. Just making sure everything's working out.
Yeah. I don't know. How's the weather? Which is a terrible question, but like I'm just curious how you feel about the heat.
It's awesome.
Do you like the heat?
Oh, I would rather be warm any day than cold. I hate being cold. I hate having to walk outside when it's cold and then get into your car and start it up and be like, oh yeah, this is going to take forever to warm up.
I see I very much am like on the opposite spectrum of that because so like when you're hot, right? You're just hot and it's terrible and it's the worst and it's so internalized, right? There's nothing you can do shy of like jumping in a pool of cold water to make yourself cool and comfortable like quickly in any
You
regard.
also have to remember I'm surrounded by water.
Yeah, yeah, but you're not jumping into like rivers and lakes.
I mean,
As
I
far as
can.
You could.
Don't
You
know
have the
that.
capability.
I mean, I can drive 10 minutes down the road and jump into the Gulf of Mexico. So
You could. I don't know how often you're doing this.
I'm not doing it very often.
like-
I work on the Gulf of Mexico practically. But
I like
do
the
not jump
cold
into it.
because I can like throw a blanket on myself and be cool. Like be good.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I don't know. Different strokes, different folks. I get it. Oh man, every time I visit my mom down there, too fucking hot. Even like in September. just
I
like
mean, it's called the endless summer for a reason.
the endless fire. Cool, man. It's good to hear from you. It's good to have you. We have so many like newer listeners that have no idea who you are.
I know, I'm the mystery.
Yeah, you're a wild card. People don't know how weird you are.
I'm the Mr. Nip of this podcast.
No. No. I'm sure Mr. Nepp is still the Mr. Nepp of this podcast. He just doesn't listen to
Oh, I
it.
was just saying on the weird factor, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're the question mark, the unknown. We were recording late tonight for Tony, who will be here soon. But yeah, apologies if this is a little late. This is the evening. This is like Irrational Passions after dark, like it used to be.
Oh shit! Should I take off
Exactly.
my pants?
No, please don't. Back in the olden days, speaking of being chilly, I'm gonna throw this blanket on my lap, so I'm cozy. Nobishin, how's life, man? You weren't on last week, so check in.
No, it's been working.
Oh shit! Nabashi missed a podcast. What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, you don't even know. In the new canon, it's real weird. We're in the Irrational Passion super territory, essentially. That was a Dragon Ball joke.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
For those just tuning in at home. How's life, Nobishin, in the new position?
I'd rather not get into that. At least not this week.
Okay.
Maybe not next week.
Okay.
But that's the thing that's happening.
Yeah. I'm just checking in on you. I'm concerned.
I know. I just don't really want to get into it right now.
That's fine.
Not as bad as Well, I guess I am getting into it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'm weird.
Nabashi, you kind of just went full Chris Tucker there for a second.
It happens. It happens.
Apparently.
All I'll really say is like I just need to adjust to my new surroundings and get better at doing it because it makes me feel bad. I'm not as good as they need me to be, and they're not really like saying like they're not even like even alluding to like, oh, you need to get better. It's like, oh, they're thankful I'm there. It's just I should be better, and
Mhm.
it's fucking with me that I'm not better than I am.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like that's a normal feeling to go through. I have faith that you'll get it. Like, just takes time. It's not gonna happen overnight. I know the frustration that comes with it, like being like, I need to do better, I need to do better. Why am I not better? Though, so I feel you. But at least you can come on this dumb show and talk about video games, which is good.
I have time for it, sure.
Yeah. If you're not dead by 9 p.m. at night.
I mean, I control the schedule now, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But it's just a
Oh
matter of
shit!
like how much I want to put into that. That's a fucking awesome ringtone.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, is that Cowboy Bebop?
No, that's good.
No, that is a Gundam ringtone. My anytime somebody calls me, it's the
Reminds me of
re-
the Cowboy Bebop
R.
picture.
No, it's the fucking the Gundam Wing opening for English.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the
I
song.
should have known it
off
was
the top of my
Gundam.
head. Let me look it up real quick.
Cowboy Bebop, come on, man.
I'm sorry. It reminds me of that like screeching.
Oh, I'm sorry. I only like good anime.
I'm sorry. I don't watch Gundam Unicorn. Greg and I are talking about anime tomorrow morning, and I know Greg's really excited.
Yep.
I can tell. It's coming off him with his little ringtone. His gun, damn. I'm sorry.
The thing that I've been watching in Unicorn.
Have you been watching Gundam Unicorn?
Was that directed at me or Nabashin?
You. I know Nabashin's not watching Gundam Unicorn.
Hey, I don't know. He could be. Oh, Nabashin, did you hear that Samurai Jack's coming back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I am like really disappointed now. I was like,
No, it's just like they're going more uncut with it, and it's like, oh, I thought the good thing about Samurai Jacket was that they held back on that type of stuff, but I don't know. It could be.
well, did you hear what they
It could be
originally
good.
were planning on doing?
Not exactly.
There was supposed to be a movie that they were going to do, but it kept getting put on hold and put on hold, and so they decided to just do it as a miniseries. And so they're just going to do, I forget how many episodes it was. It's like 10 episodes, I think, but they're going to be really like hour-long episodes, and it's supposed to take place several years after the last episode of Samurai Jack that was aired.
It could be art. I mean, like, it could be art because the original creator is still on board with it.
Yep,
so-
the original creator, the original voice actor, pretty much everybody from there is.
But we'll see. We live in this
stuff is
time
good.
where everything that is nostalgic is going to come back in some way, shape, or form, and yada yada.
Yep.
I like that Gus
Yeah.
has become the Sophie of our podcast, which is a reference that only an option will get. But he's our fluffy animal that comes up and hangs out.
I don't know, man. Like I love Samurai Jack. It's just more of like something should just be let it be. Even though Samurai Jack didn't really end. They showed like allusions to it, like that one time where he went against that guy who was like pretty much blocking a gate from him, and like Jack was just trying to get through him, but he couldn't get through him, and like eventually he just lost that battle. He left that battle, and then like the gatekeeper had like a vision in the future when Jack's like 10 years later or something like that, he'll come back and like actually go through the gate to go to the past. Sorry, I should have actually said that, but like stuff like that. It's like yeah, like it's like some things you don't really need to necessarily see the ending unless because like sometimes there are some things for their time and place, kind of like reboot. Like reboot was the time and place with those characters, and now like if they bring it back, which they're trying to do, but it's not going to be as good regardless.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think if you kind of go in with that expectation of like this isn't going to be quite up to that standard because the standard was under different expectations, and like part of why a lot of things are special is because they're so unexpected, right? Like oh my god, Gus. Like Samurai Jack was so good because it came out of nowhere, right? And it was so different than everything at the time. But now, years later, Samurai Jack happened, so it coming back is inherently less special.
Back when it was like, anime, like America trying to be anime, brr, 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 and that's when we did
Yeah,
get
exactly.
busted about that, and then it's like, oh, okay, this is actually decent.
Yeah, this isn't anime, but it isn't like comping to that either. It's something in its own right.
Mhm.
Gus's lick spot, so he's just like going crazy right now. Oh, this cat. I don't know what to do with him.
To answer my earlier question, it's just communication is my ringtone when somebody calls me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll look that up. Give it a hot listen.
Which is changed for the Japanese version. It's a different song, but in the English version, it's just communication.
Scott, how
Hi.
does life treat you, my friend?
Pretty good.
Mr. Supercomputer over there.
Very good.
Good. So Scott now has the strongest, or at least one of the strongest gaming PCs you can make.
Yep.
That he made, Greg, to catch you up.
Teraflops?
How many teraflops are we looking at, Scott? Need to
I
know.
see.
Asking for a friend. I'm sure it's a question that no one can answer.
Well, I don't even know if Scott knows that I got a new PC. I mean, that's what I'm using right now. It's the.
I hope so, because he was sitting next to you during Extra Life with his PC.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So
I forgot. It's been a long time.
it's been a few months. Time is gone. Yeah, it's cool. We playing all the video games, I guess.
What did you put in it, Scott?
Let's see. i7 Skylake.
It's a processor.
I know.
Some people might not know. They're watching. Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were talking at me. I forgot that we do this thing.
Two DDR4 flip. Two DDR4 8 gig memory sticks.
That's a rhythm game.
Oh, thank you. It's helpful.
So how many gigs of RAM do you have?
16.
I thought
16
DDR3
gigs
was
RAM.
better, but
DDR2 Max. Fuck you guys.
What is your graphics card?
No, the 1080.
1080 GeForce?
the one that just came out, yeah.
The one that just came out. The 1080.
Holy shitballs! That must have cost you a lot of money. That's like a $600 graphics card.
Yep.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Scott is cutting edge right now.
God damn!
Mm-hmm.
I want to put one of those in my machine, but
Yeah,
I
at
don't
least
think
you-
mine can fit it. I think it can only fit up to something G series. I can't remember what it is.
It might be a 980.
Run Batman Arkham Knight so it can have at least 10 frames per second.
It's not a very big graphics card. It was about the same size as the graphics card I had before, which was an AMD 9 something.
I think mine can hold.
AMD 6 or maybe it's 8. Anyways,
It's a good one. It's like smaller and uses less power, so.
Mhm. Yeah,
Might
I
work
got
for you,
it.
Greg. I don't know. You've got a PC that could fit something, so you could perceivably swap the parts.
Yeah, no, I've looked up videos
don't
on
know
how
if it-
to like take apart my computer, and it's actually pretty easy to take the dang thing apart. I think it can fit a 10-inch graphics card, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to check. But yeah, I mean, my computer. I don't know how big yours is, Scott, but mine's like you've seen before. It's pretty small. So
yeah, no, mine's a full tower.
yeah, I figured. So it's pretty huge.
Yeah. It didn't look that big in the picture you sent us, Scott. TBF, to be fucking.
Well, Will's computer is fucking ginormous. So
No, you see, the last time, Greg, I think the last time you saw Will's computer, you had the Thor case, and that is the case that I'm using right now.
holy shit balls. Okay, that thing is huge.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's got the fans coming out the top.
Yeah,
or
he's-
that ventilation thing.
He's
Coming out the
basically
top.
got like a foot or maybe 2 foot box worth of computer there.
Yeah.
Pretty much 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wide load coming through here. Winky face.
Magic's a wide load coming through here, winky face.
I was talking to Scott earlier before we started when it was just him and I in the hangout, and I said happy 6-year anniversary, Scott, because we're the last survivors.
Because Evan's just dead now.
And I said, yeah, everything's changed now. He's like, that's what happens when the Fire Nation attacks.
What else was I supposed to say?
No, it was good. It was just, I was not expecting it. Yeah, 6 years. Tomorrow. But I don't know. That's a cool thing, right? That we did it. We did a cool thing.
As we go on.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we won't. I don't think we're really gonna celebrate until episode 300. As Nobshin's like backing vocal track comes in. But yeah, I'm really excited. A few people reached out, said congratulations, which is super sweet. I really appreciate that. And maybe we'll get some interesting questions. We
Were you
we have
for
some
that
stuff
song?
lined up. What?
You would have probably been in elementary. for
What
that?
song? I
That
do
dumb
remember that song. Yeah.
It was the song of that year for when everyone was graduating,
Oh yeah.
and you know that was just that song for just that year and never again.
Yep.
So I don't know.
I totally. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about too. I think my cousins might have graduated that song,
Mm-hmm.
so that might be. I might have even got to live that. Yeah, it's been a fun run, and happy to announce this is the last episode now. Right, just
And we're all done forever.
and we're all done forever.
At the end of the show, we're all going to commit spooky.
What do you say, Noption?
Here's a question since we're kind of stalling for time for Tony. Did you guys ever do one of those like graduation like sing along ceremonies or whatever? Like I guess it's, well, at least I did in elementary school and never did like for middle school or something like that. That'd be stupid. But like I remember like we were graduating from the 5th grade to go to the 6th grade in middle school and everything. But like we all had to do this like open like performance in front of our parents for whatever during graduation, and it was like pretty much like a Native American song. And
Ooh.
it was you know it was different at the time. Of course, we called them Indians back then, but like it was just like I could sing it right now because I still remember the dumb song, but like I was just asking if you guys ever did something like that because I know my cousin she had to sing like "Going the Distance" for her graduation from Hercules. So like,
Oh, I thought that you were talking about the cake song.
Different things. I did for preschool. I think I went to like it's weird because I don't remember super well. I think I went to like a super religious preschool.
really?
Because there was like a church right next to it. And
Most preschools aren't directly connected to the education system.
Yeah, it was a private preschool, right? So it could be religious.
Oh,
We ended up going to the same preschool.
I don't think so. There was like a little white church next to.
you bet it was.
next to the building that my preschool was in. I remember like all these weird specific memories. Like there were always like 2 big buses, like school buses, but they were painted blue, and I thought they were super cool looking.
Oh, then no.
And we never got to use them because they're only like for like preschool trips, and we never actually took one when I was there. But yeah, we did like I guess it was like my preschool ended in December, and then I had a few months off before kindergarten, and then we sang in the church as like a little preschool choir, for like our last day or whatever, and we wore little outfits. I don't remember what they looked like. I feel like they were white gowns, but they probably weren't. I remember being super uncomfortable, but I don't know. Maybe it's all in my
your
head.
mom right now and ask her this question.
Yeah, I could.
I know you could.
I'm not going to.
Mom, give Greg a high five while you're down there.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah, it's not like six
right
hours
next to me.
apart. Yeah. Fuck you.
I invited her over.
To my compound. I don't know.
Look, Nerve headquarters needed some new employees.
Yeah, nerve headquarters. Right, chill, dude. Scott, Greg, did either of you have anything like that?
We went to the same school, guys.
It's true.
So I
forgot.
tended to block everything before high school out of my brain at this point.
Maybe you sang at the end of high school. I don't know how it went for you, Greg.
I know I sang choir in middle school.
I sang choir in middle school.
Like
But
the answer was there was something for elementary school
There's
that we
something.
all had to do.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
I don't,
though.
and it was definitely sing a song. It was real dumb, and I didn't want to do it
Yeah.
because I understood how stupid it was. I didn't mind that I'd have to do something, but I understood how stupid the specific thing they wanted us to do was.
Yeah, it was whatever it was. It was bad. I saw a picture of like my 3rd grade class or 2nd grade class or whatever. And I was going through like a yearbook and I saw a picture of Scott when he was like 7. I just started laughing.
and he never changed.
He never changed. His voice the same. Except with a full beard now. It's super weird. No, it's weird. I mean, a lot of people listening might not know, but like, yeah, Scott and I went all the way through. When did you like come into the elementary school that we ended up going to later?
Me?
Late?
Yes, no, Scott.
Oh.
Late? No. I was there through. I guess maybe kind of late. No, but I'm pretty sure I was there through kindergarten.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
was there starting at kindergarten, so.
Yeah, I kind of knew Greg. We were always in different class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Evan went to the same middle school as us. And Tony went to the same high school as us, but then Greg changed high schools and Evan went to a different high school. So we've known each other since we were kids, yeah.
Yeah.
I just was just a shitty person at Greg. We all knew it. We just didn't talk about it. And I'm still a shitty person to Greg, but I feel like it's more mutual now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit giving back and forth.
One-sided.
Yeah, I know.
The shit giver and the shit givey.
Yeah, the book The Giver is actually based off of it. Just gives him shit.
That and Animal Farm.
Yeah, that and Animal Farm. Weird, right? That's Animal Farm is actually going to be my house during Extra Life. Oh my god.
So wait, you're Stalin?
I think no, it's just going to be full of animals. And Gus. I'm trying to think. We're pretty much just stalling for time until Tony gets here. What do you guys want to talk about? I never thrown at T-Wall. I usually MC this shit.
You get in contact with Joe?
I talked to him 2 weeks ago, but I'm
How's
pretty
he
sure he
doing?
works on Saturday.
I
nights,
could
so-
remember that I had a dentist appointment, and I could tell you about that.
Did you have it? How did it go? Did you have cavities to get filled?
Yep.
Ugh, gross.
Yay.
Hey, at least they're gone now, right?
Kind of.
Did it suck? Does getting
Well,
your
you see,
cavities filled
here's the
suck?
thing. Here's the thing.
Okay.
My teeth didn't hurt before I got the cavities filled.
Okay.
Now there's a small annoying pain there.
I think
Yeah,
that's
because they like to
normal.
drill the shit out of your mouth until it doesn't feel.
Yeah, because the shit that's eating away at your tooth, they got to drill that off your hole, and then they got to fill it up, lady. I'm sorry. I should just stop. Yeah, I don't know. I like the last time I went to the dentist, he was like, "You're good. Let me just clean your teeth and get out. We should probably take out your wisdom teeth at some point in your life." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's gonna suck when that happens, right?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
and I haven't yet. So
I can attest to that one.
at some point, I'm gonna be like super drugged up and without my wisdom teeth.
I barely remember when mine got taken out. But
Were
I
they
was-
taken out when you were younger, or
No, I was like fucking 15 or something. I just don't remember it.
yeah?
They stabbed me with a needle, and then I wept because I don't like needles, and then I just spit blood for the next week or two.
Yeah, that's what my
Like
brother
other-
did pretty much.
Yeah, so that's all I remember about my wisdom teeth.
Yeah, my brother was like stoned as all hell on whatever drugs they gave him, so he was loopy AF.
Yeah, that was me. I went from sitting into the doctor or the dentist office, and they put a needle in my arm and put a gas or like the laughing stuff over my face or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I went from being in the office to being in my room and going, where the fuck am I and how did
How
I
did I
get
get
here?
here?
Pretty much.
And they were like, "Oh, we've got about 25 minutes of video on how you got here." And
Yeah,
you're
my
like,
mom
oh
explained
no.
to me that my mom was like, yeah, I almost dropped you going up the stairs. I'm like, oh, good thing. Thanks, appreciate it.
Would have been just like my childhood all over again.
Jesus.
And I spent pretty much the rest of the week watching anime, which
And that's why Greg likes anime.
yep,
He got dropped on the
and
head
it
as a
changed
kid.
my life forever.
No, I've been told that by a couple of people that are like, yeah, when you get your wisdom teeth out, I need to be there because there are rare moments in your life that I have to witness. When I got my tonsils taken out, I was fucked up, straight up fucked up, because that's just whatever they use to put you out during surgery, because it is a surgery. So I remember getting rolled down a hallway to get to the car after that. And I remember the hallway like stretching and getting longer in front of me, like that one hallway from Ocarina of Time in the Forest Temple, where it's like all slanty and twisted. That's what it felt like for me. And then I remember getting out at the end of the hallway, and then they like parked the wheelchair in front of the car, and I like fell out on all floors, and I was crawling towards the car. And I sat like laid
It's
across.
like Leonardo DiCaprio trying to win an Oscar.
Exactly, just trying. I laid across the back seat of the car, and they just both my parents were there, and they just gave me a blizzard from Dairy Queen. I'm just like lolling it all over my face and neck. So that's all I really remember, though. I don't know.
That's how I fell in love with Harry Potter.
And that's and my life was there. I was 16 at that point. 16, 17. So.
Oh wow, you got him out when you were older.
Yeah, I actually had my tonsils removed before the 3rd episode of this podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't able to be on. Then that was why we had the Scott and Evan show. Let's never talk about this ever again.
Yeah, and then I just talked to you guys afterwards anyway, even though my voice hurt.
The difference of opinion show 2012.
It was more like
20
Scott talking and Evan going, "Yeah."
I tried real hard.
As Evan is ought to do.
You should tell Alvin to call you sometime tonight before this show is over.
I can call
He's
him.
probably too busy flying a plane over like Kentucky or something.
Hold on, like
No, I don't. If you call him, I don't think he's gonna answer. So that's what I'm
Okay.
thinking. I think you should tell him to call you in like the next hour.
Okay, I will text him right now. Evan Wall, you up? Excuse me. Hey, can you call me on my cell phone? Not my celly phone or cellular phone.
What else will he call you on?
So
I don't know.
delightful.
Evan's weird. I feel like I have to specify.
Like what year are you in?
Could you call me on my landline? On my cell phone.
Please IM me on
within
AOL. Thank
the
you.
next hour? Question mark. All right. Sent. Hi Gus. What's up, buddy? Gus is out of food, and Derek comes back tomorrow, so you can get more food for him. Ethan and I are broke, so we can't get him any food. So this is where we are, right, buddy? Can you hear him meowing or purring?
Oh my.
That was
Okay.
me.
Oh.
You could see me, Greg.
Well, I wasn't really paying attention to your mouth at that point in time.
Your mouth.
My mouth.
Well, move.
What's up, buddy? Hey, this guy is so friendly. I'm sorry. Yeah, we would start the show normally, but I know as soon as we do, Tony's gonna be like, "Hey, what's up? Why'd you guys start without me?"
Mhm.
As he does every week.
So anybody paying attention to that AMX stuff?
Anime Extreme. That's what
Anime
they call it.
Expo?
That's what the kids are calling it, Extreme, but like without the E in front of Extreme. No, what's going on, Greg? How's the Anime Expo?
I've been paying attention to stuff here and there. There's like the new Love Live has just come out today, along with the premiere. There's going to be more Berserk stuff coming out. Thanks, Nabashin. Appreciate you.
They're making a game of that, right?
Yeah.
They've been made a game of that, but this one's gonna be like a Muso.
Oh,
okay. So.
Yeah, there's going to be one point on Mupex where I'm going to, give that anime as something to watch, Nabashin, and it's just going to fuck us all up forever.
No, I will refuse to watch it. I can barely make myself watch the anime that we're supposed to watch, let alone one that I know is gonna fuck me up.
I knew that was going to do that to you. I wanted to save that for yesterday, but yeah. I'm sorry in advance, but also it's really fucking awesome and horrible. But we'll get into that tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, heaven forbid. I like everything you've told me about Berserk makes it sound like maybe the worst thing that's ever happened.
I mean,
to you
like,
emotionally.
look, the first act is really, really good. It's
Yeah.
like really entertaining. It's the second act where everything just eats shit and goes downhill.
Yeah,
Nabashin, you want to fill him in on
I think
what I mean by this?
I think you told me, and I've been sent images of manga.
Oh, maybe I have shown you that.
I think by you, Greg. So
Probably.
to give
You
me
watched-
context,
You should watch the
So.
newer movies.
I
haven't even
kind of
watched.
want to,
I haven't even seen them yet. I wanted to though.
but I'm also afraid of what I might experience.
yeah.
I mean, you'll get straight the manga stuff from that, so
Yeah.
you'll get the that part from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, it's just the end of Berserk, which was just like the biggest, weirdest kind of fuckery that I have
I mean,
ever had to experience.
There's stuff that they even cut out from that. That's even not even like in that anime from that's in the manga. So that's what I'm saying. There's like certain scenes.
Evan responded to me with, "I can try." So
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he's. I think he is working right now, but
Yeah, that's what I thought.
maybe he will when he gets.
What does Evan do now? He doesn't work at a grocery store anymore. He flies planes.
He
right?
does work at a grocery store,
He still works at a grocery store.
but I think he flies planes as an extracurricular activity,
Okay, so that's not
which
his
is maybe
job.
the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
God, how much money does he have?
I'm just gonna say like 6 million.
Yeah.
That's like totally not true at all, but I mean, his dad is a CEO of a company, so if he's got a private jet, like I don't know. Gus, are you trying to get my Oreos right now? Gus,
Is he really?
he was just behind me going. This bag's of Oreos.
And the goddamn Oreos.
Yep. No, Gus, you can't have them. I'm gonna push them off this table now.
All right, time to start your show.
All right, yeah, we gotta start this. Everybody have recording stuff open.
We do.
We do. You do.
I do.
Winky
Whatever.
face.
I speak for everybody.
Okay.
I am a
Nonsense,
god.
The what?
Recording your preferred recording platform of choice. Preferred.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Amy did my test recording.
Do it.
I-
Oh, you did. Okay. Good. I'm sorry. It just doesn't happen that often. I guess if Tony comes in before we actually start the real show, then we'll just restart recording. All right, on one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Hi. You don't have to say something when you start recording. Greg.
Oh, I just wanted to check the waveform real quick. That's
okay.
Yeah, he does his mic check live.
Yeah.
all. I already did the check
Plain-
once, but I always,
fire.
I always make sure that there's something at the very beginning, so there's a
So
check.
you know you can prove that you're real. You're like, I made this sound on this waveform.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not just controlled by aliens.
It was my free choice that made me say hello. Silver PR saying. Here.
He's saying, "Love me."
I already love Silver PR.
I do too.
He doesn't have to make me say anything.
I miss him. I wish he would talk to me more.
You should play Overwatch with him.
I should, but he's never on
Talk to him.
He's on at very odd towers times.
towers.
He's on at weird times. But yeah, you can send him a tweet. I'm sure he would tell you when he could play or talk. You were the one that would like sit and talk with him about anime and shit. So
Yep, we would watch anime together.
like weirdos.
I know
Who does that?
people that like anime.
That's fair. I like anime. I don't want to share it with anyone. why would I want to share this shameful secret with people?
You hoarder.
I will text Tony right now. Let him know. He might be like talking with his family or whatever.
Mm.
Ooh.
So Navashine, did you see that Right Stuff has all these old shows that they've been relicensing?
What?
Right Stuff, the anime distributor.
Mm-mm.
They've got a whole bunch of old shows that they've been relicensing, like a whole bunch of the old Gundams, like Zeta Gundam and Double Zeta, and some other shows.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get the Google Doc up, wherever that is.
I think they also have got 00 or 086 or whatever Gundam that is, and so and I think they've also got the license to the very first Gundam as well.
You guys ready?
Sure.
Cool. Let's do this. It is Saturday, July 2nd, 2016, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions Podcast 6-year anniversary. I am Alex O'Neill, and with me this week I have Scott Guthier,
Hello.
Brian Nabashin Jackson,
Hey now, here's my song for you. Yeah, that's right. I wish that I was yours, but I can't, I suppose.
Is that the end?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I wasn't sure where this was going to go. And Gregory Blaney is joining us this week as well.
What's up?
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
We already had like a nice icebreaker during the bonus content, but Greg hasn't been on the show in like a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. People might not know this, but you were on the show a lot.
Yeah.
when?
Back in the day.
You were almost on every week for a while there, so
I was trying to be
we miss you.
when my job didn't get in the way.
Yeah, but now all you do is talk about anime and play like tank games for a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well, I try.
Yeah. You gotta regiment yourself, schedule that shit out. Tony is gonna be with us in just a little bit. We're actually recording a little bit later in the evening to accommodate Tony, so he'll be hopping in here in just a couple of minutes, he said. But as I mentioned earlier, it is our 6-year anniversary. I believe it was either July 2nd or July 3rd. I actually have no idea. When the first episode of Rational Passions Podcast was recorded by myself, Scott Guthier, who is here. He said
Yeah,
hi
I'm here.
earlier. Yeah. People sometimes are like, who's Scott? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Evan Wall, who's not here. We should all take a moment of silence for Evan and whatever grocery store he's working in right now.
Oh, the poor walrus.
He was here for our 5-year anniversary. That was the last time he was on, I think. But he said he's going to try and call me a little bit later. But yeah, if you've not listened to the first episode of Irrational Passions Podcast, that's good. That's probably a good thing. Don't waste your time. But yeah, that started 6 years ago in 2010, which feels like an eternity ago. I was in my senior year, or I was going into my senior year of high school.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, remember that? Crazy, right? Pre-Nabashin, pre-Joe Fate, pre-Tony Horvath, pre-Gregory Blaney. Yeah, it was cool. It was a while ago, a little piece of time. We're not really going to celebrate officially and like kind of get people together, maybe do a live show, have some fun until episode 300 later this year, which would mark 6 years worth of podcast because we did kind of have a hiatus at one point in 2012. But it has been 6 years since this show started. And we are on 284, which is still a whole lot of podcasts. Tony, you want to start recording?
No.
Well, I'm sorry, you have to.
Damn it.
On one. You ready, Tony?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, my sister is calling me.
Hi,
What?
Tony's sister.
Hold on. Yes. Yes. No.
Did you lock this door?
Yeah.
This is some bonus content for you.
I see it. She thinks I locked her out. Hold on.
At this point, I think we should just wait. Right, Gus? Hey, buddy. Hi. God, this cat is so affectionate because he's so hungry. Don't you miss Gus, Greg? Of all the things you miss about coming over here, it's Gus.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him. Do you have a pet, Gus or Greg, whoever you
What?
are? Sorry, the G names all blend together.
My mom's boyfriend has a dog named Louie.
Okay, but you live by yourself now, right?
Me and my brother, but we're only a mile away from my mom, so.
Yeah, but have you guys thought about getting a pet?
Gotta
We
get
would
that
have,
dang Gus.
we'd have to get a cat or a very small dog.
Yeah. So?
Neither of those seem like limiting factors.
They also cost lots of money, so.
That seems like more of a limiting factor.
Yeah. It could spruce up the home, though. Tony, you ready to start recording?
Yeah, I think so. Barring any other weird calls from my sister.
Okay. On one. 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Tony's here too, and he loves anniversaries as about as much as any of us.
Can neither confirm nor deny that statement.
Happy 6-year anniversary, Tony.
Thanks. Not for me yet, though.
Not yet. No.
You got like 2 months on me.
Yeah. I think it's probably like 3 months.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, it's fun times. Thank you to all the people that send a little congratulations on Twitter for 6 years. That's super sweet. We've got a good show lined up for all of you, wonderful listeners. Greg's here, so we're gonna probably inadvertently or on purpose talk about anime.
Always.
And a little bit of news. We're gonna talk about kind of what's our. This is the way Jarrett is phrasing it for his Monthly Passions podcast coming up. If the world ended on June 30th and we had to cut the year off at the halfway point, what would be our game of the year? And I think that's a fun way to phrase it. But back in the old days, we just called it half year game of the year. So we'll kind of reflect on what right now is our favorite game that's come out this year, and we'll probably throw it out then. So how about we get right into it? Some housekeeping. I know your favorite part of the show, Greg.
Oh,
Housekeeping. Some stuff is coming to the website. A few people reached out. We got some guest contributors coming to IrrationalPassions.com, which I'm very excited about. A couple of topics that I'm actually really interested in. I've got an article about The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess coming up soon, which I was inspired to write after kind of the reveal of Breath of the Wild. That you should check out.
Can we expect like a 2,000-word essay from Danny Juarez on how deliciously awesome Skyward Sword is?
So, fun fact: Danny Juarez is beginning his Skyward Sword adventure, and is going to be recording videos about kind of like where he feels critically with the game.
Okay, that's
years
cool.
later, which we joked about last week, and that's a real thing coming to IrrationalPassions.com. But yeah, he's going to be doing that. And I also updated kind of the front page of the website. I haven't finished with some things that I want to do, but just kind of spruced up the podcast players on the right-hand side. I added in Waffles versus Pancakes as well as Monthly Passions podcast, so you can now listen to those right on the front page of the website. And Greg and I are working on getting the MupX stuff back together for that. So hopefully that'll come together soon.
Any word on Jared getting Muffin Passions on his on a actual like iTunes rotating thing?
So he submitted it, and it looks like it is up now. So you can subscribe to Monthly Passions podcast on iTunes now. But I will update the sidebar thing. So if you go to irrationalpassions.com, on the right it says our shows, has Irrational Passions podcast. If you click that, it'll take you to our iTunes page and has a list of the where you can listen to the podcast in the player. So I'm going to update the Monthly Passions podcast button so it goes right to the iTunes page as soon as that's up and available. But yeah, there's a couple articles coming. I don't want to spoil them yet, but at least one should be up this coming week, possibly by the time you hear this show in audio form, as well as my Twilight Princess article, which is done. I just have to record the audio version of that. That's it. That's everything. Maybe some other stuff coming. Let's Plays are going to be back on Monday, so you can watch Brant and I play Kirby 64 because that's a gem.
Hell yeah.
I've never seen Brant get as angry about a video game as he did at that.
Not even at Donkey Kong.
Not even at Donkey Kong. He never like he screamed at Donkey Kong, but he screams during that Let's Play. It's amazing. There was just like a one point where I could see it like chipping away at his like hard exterior, and it just got right through to it. It was awesome. That's it. Let's talk about video games. Greg, you've been playing some stuff.
I have been playing some stuff. I haven't been on in forever, so I'm going to be talking about some old stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll start with the most recent thing now. I've been playing Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that game good.
That game good.
I've heard good things.
That game's all right.
That game good.
I think all of us have been playing Overwatch. Even
Yeah,
Amish at this
major change came to Overwatch this week.
point. Yeah, they had a competitive play.
PC console doesn't get it till next week.
Console has it already. I
already does?
played 12 games of it yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I thought it didn't come out till next week, but
No, they were like, "No, we're just gonna put it out."
Yeah, they had mentioned that they wanted to try and get it out before the end of June,
Mm-hmm.
and that then on the last day of June they said, "Hey, the patches are insert. They've already been submitted."
Yeah, Xbox
We just
One got
wanna-
it on June 30th, and PS4 got it yesterday. So,
Correct.
Yeah, it's out for
So
everybody now.
it's super out there, and Greg's like, "I need to leave this show."
He's like, "Sorry guys, I'll be back in 6 hours."
Hey, look, you know how I am with League. I just turned Overwatch into my new crack addiction, so...
There you go. Well, Overwatch is a worthy crack addiction. I think we've all been addicted to it here. Yeah, that game's really good. It's really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your favorite character to play? I'm curious.
Soldier 76.
Really?
Of course.
Call of Duty style, huh?
I mean, like, at first I really liked Deva because she was really fun to play, and for obvious reasons, you know...
She's anime, the
She's
character.
Yeah, basically.
She plays competitive StarCraft 2 just for shits and giggles.
She is the Blizzard StarCraft queen.
Yeah.
Also, she speaks in Korean, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I heard
But,
languages were pretty cool.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, that was the first appeal. But...
Sorry. Went down the wrong pipe. We're good.
No, the real appeal was the fact that she was actually a pretty decent character to play as
Yeah,
to
she's
start
fun.
off with and kind of learn how to play the game and get a feel for it.
Mhm.
And then I just kind of started moving around, playing with different characters, and try to get a feel for everybody. But like Soldier 76, I feel like when I play the game, everybody says he's like the Call of Duty whatever.
Mhm.
But I mean, he's fairly balanced as a character. He does a lot of damage, and he can take damage, but he can also heal himself. And
And he can
I
support the
played
team
a
too.
sick game of Soldier 76
Yeah.
earlier today.
I did too. I had a game where I was playing. I got the 20 kill streak trophy.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and actually, it was in an overtime that lasted almost over 10 minutes.
Yeah, it sounds like the first brawl on the week that the thing came out, and that everyone had like double abilities and double health and everything. You just had like 3 Lucios on every team, and no one could die. It was the
Yeah.
worst thing.
Yeah.
No, but it was insane. It was on Ilios in the temple, and
Okay.
it was just their team was filled with Devas, and I was Soldier 76, just kind of chilling back and trying to pick everybody off as they were coming into the center, and literally nobody tried to stop me, and I was just like racking up the kill streaks. I'm like, holy crap, this is going on forever.
Yeah, I like playing as Soldier 76 as well, quite a bit. Like, don't get me wrong, I like playing as pretty much all the characters, but
But Mercy is his favorite. Let's be real.
yeah, I mean,
Mercy's pretty decent.
I like playing as Mercy. Here's a better question than just who's your favorite character. Of like the 4 categories,
Oh,
who's your favorite
okay.
character in each?
The first one would have to be Soldier 76, of course. The
Uh-huh.
second one would be rather,
Those are your
Junk-
defenders, right? So
Junkrat or Hanzo.
okay,
In the defenders, it'd be Reinhardt or Deva. And then in the supports, it would be Mercury
Mercury.
or
Mercy?
sorry, Mercy. I do that all the time.
That's okay.
Mercy or Symmetra
Symmetra.
or Symmetra.
Yeah.
However you want to say it.
No, it's fine. Cool. Yeah, Symmetra's really fun. I like throwing down them fucking laser turrets.
Yeah,
bit.
they're really good.
I'll tell you what, all Symmetras, not a good matchup though.
No.
Not a good team. Although
I had the-
Tony was spectating a game where I was in, and all my team members was Symmetra, and I'm like, fine, I guess I'll go Symmetra too. I mean,
I had a game where my entire team went all Junkrat. It was awesome.
uh,
It was
Junk-
the most ridiculous thing you could ever do. It was on Watchpoint Gibraltar. So
Okay.
everybody was just close range firing grenade launchers at the enemy team.
Junkrat's the one character that I haven't like had a good time playing yet. He's the only one, but
He's one of the highest BPM characters in the game.
Yeah, I haven't had that moment with him yet. Yeah. I'm sure I'll have it at some point. I just jump around to tanks mostly now, but cool. Yeah, that competitive plays out now. I guess you haven't checked that out yet, Greg.
Not yet. I haven't had a chance, but I'm excited to now that it's out.
Yeah,
because Blizzard's kind of been up in the air with a lot of things. They just kind of release things when they want to at this point. But
yeah, they're beholden to no one, pretty much.
They release stuff when it's ready.
Yeah. And I played my first placement match, and I did terribly. I'm like, I should play this with other people.
Yeah, I played most of them solo, but I played Junkrat and just destroyed most of them.
Okay.
So I've got a question for you. Do you guys think that a lot of these characters seem unbalanced?
No.
You don't.
I believe I had a very long conversation with Cameron about this yesterday. I believe that in Overwatch there are probably 2 characters that are unbalanced, but one of them in a major way, and the other one's just kind of an annoying character, and I'm just not a fan of the way that character plays.
What are they?
The character that I believe I don't know if I'm applying it in the right way here, because I don't know if I believe that the character is really unbalanced, more just that the way that he's designed is not very good, and that character is Reaper.
I agree with you. I have to agree that he is very kind of unbalanced in the way that character works. However, the trophies that they give him are absolutely ridiculous. Well, at least not the Death Blossom one, but the one where you have to kill 3 people or kill 8
kill 3 people with one
clip is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard with that character, because it's nigh impossible unless you get damaged.
Unless you get good, Greg.
Yeah, get good.
Right, unless you get good.
Get good.
I've seen somebody
time to raise my APM.
You can but the thing is, you can weaken, you can have a Mei come through and freeze 3 people, right? And then they're all weak, they lower health.
But that's all situational and luck and timing.
Most of the trophies are situational and
that's the only problem with them, is that they're not based on any sort of skill.
I think
some of them are, like McCree stuns someone when they're in the middle of their ultimate. That's some good timing and that stuff.
But the trophy for his ultimate is nigh impossible, because they're going to nerf him here.
They're not supposed to be hard, so.
They're not supposed to be easy.
Or rather, that's what I mean. They're not supposed to be
No. I don't think they should be easy. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying some of them seem a little wonky.
Well, I think you can get them all, and I think that is.
It just takes a lot of perseverance.
Yeah, exactly. But that, it's a competitive multiplayer game, right? So you shouldn't be able to get them all so quickly. But I don't know. What's the other character, Tony?
Yeah,
Tracer.
What was your issue with her? I forgot.
I said that it was. It's more just in the way that Tracer is played. I think that design-wise she's okay, and she's pretty balanced for what she is. But I was not a fan of the play style. That's all. That's Reaper is the only character that I actually really have a problem with.
Okay. It's funny because I have almost no problems with Reaper. I've had annoying matches with one.
It's not with that I have that I take issue with. My issue is that all of Reaper's character design, and Cameron stated it really well. He was able to sum it up. Basically, Reaper's a really good character to to start playing the game with. He's a really good character to learn how to play this game with, because he's got 2 shotguns, and his entire kit is just for getting close to someone. All you do with his entire kit is just get close to someone, and then you've got 2 shotguns that can shoot, I think, 8 bullets, and then you reload. And you can kill a tank in 3 shots. So, that's the kind of the big thing. And then, I was playing, we were kind of going over this as I was playing a round of Reaper in competitive, and literally just wiping the floor with people, because and I was as I was going, I was hey, look, all right, my ultimate is charged. Let me just teleport halfway across the map, press this button so I'm invincible while I drop on top of people. Oh, look, the entire team's dead because I pressed triangle. That kind of stuff. I think in a game where you have characters who are then have a very, very high skill ceiling, like Genji or Hanzo, where or Widowmaker, where aim is intensely important to how good the character does, and then it's kind of, I don't know, it's not something that I can really agree with, to keep other characters in the game that can kind of just invalidate the other characters to pursue their own kind of way of playing.
Okay. I see what you're
And
saying.
I think that counters are okay,
Mhm.
but like, how do you counter Reaper if and obviously he does have some counters, but like, I think it promotes a style of play that is kind of against how you play the rest of the game.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's kind of the root of my issue with it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say the same thing for competitive mode?
What do you mean, just competitive mode in general?
Yeah.
I think it's okay, but I don't think that it should exist, on the same plane as a regular casual mode. I think that competitive mode needs work for sure. I don't think that Overwatch is really designed for that kind of competitive mode.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what exactly I would do to change it yet. Haven't really given that enough thought, but I don't think that it's really the correct way to implement a competitive side to that game. And it may just be that the game doesn't need competitive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's too early to say, and
Right.
I guess I don't have as many like balance issues with him because I feel like even with how he's designed, I think there is nuance to playing him.
There is, certainly there is, but like one of the big points that I brought up was like, hey, you want to look at my career profile? Look how much time I've spent playing Reaper. He's literally my least played character. I had like 20 minutes before that ranked game, and then I have like all the gold medals except for healing.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I also think there is something to say of like being able to play against a hero and having that skill set as
That's
a
fair.
player.
There's also the fact that he was picked like by 3 characters in each game for all 10 placement matches that I played.
Yeah.
So I think that one of the big things that competitive needs may be like 1 ban per team per round.
I
Yeah.
agree with you 100% there. That's one of the things that really kind of annoyed me right off the beginning of this game is that there is no pick or ban phase.
But
And I
but
really
it's also
no. I think that picking is not important because you're not locked into a character. The game is all about team switching.
No, in casual it should be allowed, but I don't think in competitive mode
No,
there
but-
should be a reason for 6 Trailborns to be running around the map.
No, that's totally fine with me. Like
No,
Overwatch
it's not.
from the ground up is not a MOBA. It's not it's not a team game. You pick your hero and you play that hero. You don't really need a main in Overwatch. So Overwatch is all about team composition, switching heroes to counter the opposition, and
It's about being
dynamically
fluid
changing your
and-
team
and-
over time.
and dynamic. Yeah.
The only bad part of changing your hero in the middle of a game is that you reset your ultimate, and that's
Yeah.
it. Like you can run back to your base and reset. You don't have to wait to die. Like the biggest part of actually playing Overwatch is being able to identify weaknesses in the opponent's team and picking the right heroes to extort them.
Yeah, like totally. And I think there are plenty of maps where I'm like, I know this map so well now. Like once we get to this point, I need to switch to this character because I'm
Basically, what you're saying is whenever you're on defense and they take the first point, you switch to Torbjorn and make turrets.
or in like my case, I always like when I'm playing defense, right? I'm playing a different character than I would play that on that map offense, and I think that is situational and that will change depending on where a lot of the fights are happening on the map and who is in their team and who's in my team.
Yeah, I think you would lose a majority of the strategy in Overwatch if you took away hero switching.
Yeah,
I think it would almost break the game.
I think there's a fluidity to it, and I like the idea of a mode in Overwatch built around like drafting and picking specific heroes, but I think that would have to be its own thing.
Right, and that's kind of when I first brought it up. I said like the concept of maybe banning someone, and maybe that it would be only 1 per team, and it would only last for that round. So you could dynamically switch that based on where you are, and that may be completely unbalanced. I don't know. I just kind of threw that out there, but hey,
yeah,
I think that may be a good idea to try out.
Like I'm genuinely excited about it because like the game is so young and things are so dynamic at this point. Like they've just added this competitive mode. Like we're a month in, right?
Yeah.
And this is a game that has long legs. We know that because we know Blizzard, right? They have a pedigree behind them. So, like, I'm curious to see how this stuff evolves. Like, maybe there's a way to incorporate your ideas, Greg, and Tony's ideas into a mode that makes sense. So,
yeah, the one thing in competitive play I don't want to see though is like all 6 Trailborns being on a team,
yeah, but like,
and then just be annoyed the hell out of while turrets are shooting at my team everywhere, and they're not doing anything about it.
Then
I'm the one having to deal with it. It's like really.
But like you're jumping to a lot of conclusions, right?
Well, you also have to deal with 10-year-olds in online video games on a PS4. So
yeah, exactly.
You know,
and there's some things you can't get away from, but there are ways around that kind of strategy, that kind of like very shallow strategy that works in some cases, but only if like you're not trying to they all switch to Torbjorn. Like, let me switch to Genji, right, and just shoot the turrets bullets right back at them, and like
Don't
That
pick
only works
Genji
for
against
so long.
Torbjorn though.
That only works for so long. You would have to choose Reinhardt, but half your team would have to be Reinhardt for you to be effective,
like-
losing a lot of your major push power.
But like you also like you saying that like proves that there are multiple strategies against it, right? And I think that you would, if you're working in competitive, right, you would work with your team to find a strategy that would work against it, right?
You would hope.
In competitive play, you assume like that you're taking it maybe a little bit more seriously, but like maybe going all 6 Torbjorns, if it works, is a valid strategy, and you need to
I think
find
it's
a way
a
around
fun
that.
strategy.
It can be fun,
It's
but
fun for the enemy team, not your team.
yeah, but like there are fun ways to decompose that strategy, right, and like break it
Yeah,
down.
and I've certainly lost doing that before. So
Absolutely.
like if you're able to pick the right heroes, get it. The game's about picking the right heroes. Then you can kind of go. You can overcome pretty much anything.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I think like stuff like that is going to grow, and there will be like win strategies on certain maps and stuff that people put together, and then other people will counterpick to that strategy.
I think that like there's certainly like and it's funny because a lot of the time people will always switch heroes if the thing on the right side of the hero picture says like, oh hey, there's not enough offensive heroes. Then like someone who had like picked a good hero, like someone who had picked like a second tank or whatever, will switch to another hero, and it just makes your team worse because like there are some parts of that just don't work out right. Like for example, I play a lot of Junkrat. And Junkrat is just as offensive as he is defensive, but if like there's a Soldier 76 and a Junkrat and that's it, then they'll be like, there's not enough offense on your team, guys.
Yeah.
And then someone will always like switch off of something that we needed to pick someone else, and I'll be like, God, come on.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's why kind of being aware that balance is more like suggestional than foolproof. Scott, who's still muted right now. I don't know why he muted Scott.
He's been talking like once every couple seconds, like laughing.
Oh,
I think
it says he's muted on Google Hangout.
Yeah, I see that too. But
What the fuck?
Sorry, Scott, but he sent us a video.
That
hold
video
on,
was
there's
awesome.
another really good one.
He says a video that says highly relevant, and it was a Torbjorn play of the game
Yeah,
where
that
he
was
just
great.
died immediately. And
He rolls off the cliff and
he rolls on the cliff, and it's just that's the whole play of the game,
Yep.
which is pretty good.
Fucking trouble. Fucking
I
Swedish bullshit.
it's stuff that balance like that will come in the future. But like I've very few issues with Torbjorn, like especially when I play with Tony, right? Because Tony,
He got
hates
nerfed
turrets.
yesterday, right?
Yeah, he did.
He's 30% less effective now.
Interesting.
But yeah, like Tony hates turrets, so I know if I'm playing a game with Tony, like he'll just murderously go after turrets.
I do.
Now, if they could just
Mostly
give it
because
back,
if you have someone that does that, then your team just does better. Because turrets fuck people up.
Yeah, if you have someone like
well, I
you
mean,
have
like
6
you
members
also
of your
play a
team.
lot of Junkrat, like a lot of Junkrat.
Yeah.
It's
So
like I'm
that's what
trained for that
Junkrat
shit.
does.
Yeah, Junkrat destroys turrets.
On the subject of Junkrat, my ranked record, I have 7 wins and I think 4 losses. I am 5-0 with Junkrat.
Nice.
not bad.
And then 1-0 with Torbjorn. And then I was playing a combination of other heroes for the other one that I won. And then every time I picked a healer, I lost. So I just stopped picking healers.
Yeah. The one competitive match I played was as Mercy, and it was rough. My team was not. It was rough.
Yeah,
What-
I
what's
think
not
like
capable of
I would
cognitive-
never go by myself and play a healer. I've kind of learned that, especially with this game. I think like someone's got to do it, obviously.
Well, you can do it. Just be like Lucio or somebody that can constantly move and get kills by
I think
himself,
you
but
can-
also
It
heal
depends on the
team.
context.
Right. Yeah, I think you could play a good Mercy by yourself, but you're going to be way more effective if you're able to talk to people. Like if you have a team that's in voice chat from the second you start the game, that may be a good team to play a Mercy on.
Yeah.
Like just be more confident in that.
It's just, and it's not like I did outwardly bad. Like it was multiple things coming together. But it's still my strength playing as Mercy, and
For sure.
and I've gotten pretty good with her.
I recently, and by that I mean the past couple hours, I've been sitting in a place doing nothing for a long time. And that means basically I was browsing Reddit. And while doing that, I saw a clip of basically someone saying like, always watch your healer. there's a GIF of a Mercy getting kicked off the edge of a stage by like a Lucio using his like sound wave.
Yeah.
And a Zarya sees that, runs to the edge so Mercy can fly from just about to dying all the way back up onto the stage.
Yep.
And then Tracer sticks Mercy with a bomb, so Zarya then immediately puts her shield on her, so she saves the Mercy twice in 2 seconds. And then it's funny because I read the comments, and all of the comments are just people who play Mercy like, "Oh my god, I love you."
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's awesome. I've seen that very same thing as well. Nabashin, you've been playing Overwatch as well, it looks like.
Yeah, sort of.
Did you pick it up yet, or were you still waiting on it?
I kind of did. I didn't really play too much of it though.
I was just curious what heroes you were gravitating towards as well, or are you still in the experimental phase?
I just still like switch around with certain people. Tried Genji for the first time a few days ago. That was fun.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm just curious as to kind of where you end up with it, if you end up being like more of a healer or something. But yeah,
And, I like to get out there a little bit more.
Okay.
Though seeing Mark play as Mercy, he's really aggressive and he's really good as her. So
Yeah.
it seems cool.
Cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan, Obvi, but
Mercy does a lot of damage with her pistol, man.
yeah, she can do a lot of damage.
So does Diva. It's kind of unsettling.
Yeah, they basically have the same.
Well,
same
Dave
damage.
said that because of the fact that her mech is so weak, so they buffed her when she's outside the mech with the pistol.
I think the mech's pretty good.
I think the mech's good up close.
It's weak. That
It's
bullet
infinite
penetration
ammo.
is super-
It's
Yeah, you have
infinite.
infinite
It's
ammo.
infinite. So is Bastion, but hey,
Yeah, I mean,
Bastion's ammo is not infinite. He has to
it's
reload.
200, but it's still bullshit.
He has to reload.
It's
he has,
still
to
bullshit.
he has to reload just like the rest of us peasants.
Also, I love that like how people still hate Bastion. I've never hated him because I play Junkrat. I'd kill him with 2 shots regardless.
Yeah, I've never had
Fuck
trouble with Bastion.
Bastion so much. I fucking hate him.
I actually enjoy playing as Bastion, but I've never had.
Oh, everybody enjoys playing as Bastion.
That's
Everybody
not true.
hates playing against Bastion.
Bastion's one of my least played. I just don't enjoy that play style.
What, camping and sitting in a corner waiting for everybody to
Oh,
show
no,
up
I'm
and mowing them
totally
down?
cool with camping, like sitting there next to my trap waiting for someone to walk over it so I can shoot them twice with a bomb and they die. That's great. That's good stuff. But I just don't like playing as a turret. That's why I play Torbjorn. He has his own turret that does it for him.
I've never really had trouble fighting against Bastion. But again, maybe I've just never been up against a really good Bastion player.
That, or have you played against a Bastion with a Reinhardt shield in front of him? Because that shit
Oh.
sucks.
Yeah. that's bullshit.
I have I've played with a lot of good Maze.
I
Maybe
was
I'm-
playing
maybe I'm
against.
ruined,
I
so.
jumped into a game with you last night, actually, and a person on your team was doing that. There was a Bastion with a guy in front of it, and I was like, man, and you were playing Zarya, and I was like, I gotta kill the Zarya every time I see her.
Yeah, no wonder I was dying so much. I had a few really good plays of the game. I was not like really in it last night. That's
Word.
the reason I didn't join voice chat. I played a few matches and I was like, I need to lay down.
But yeah, we should go. Greg, move on. Let's get off of this Overwatch train.
Yeah, we wouldn't talk about Overwatch for a little while.
Well, actually, hold on, Scott.
Yeah.
You've been playing competitive because it's been out longer on PC.
No, I'm only level 18.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. You can't yet. Okay.
25.
I guess I'm the only one who has a competitive rank then so far.
Yeah, I have not been because I want to play with people when I rank. So
Yeah. I got.
The crew that I play with is all 60.
Okay.
Damn.
it's 1 to 100, right? Like,
Yeah.
is 100 better or is 1 better?
100 is the best. But no way, like according to Blizzard, nobody should really ever reach 100.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know. I soloed all of
except
mine.
for the best Bastion in the world.
No one should ever reach it. I went solo for all of mine except for 2 that I played with Cam, and I went 6-4 and came out as 49, then won a game and went to 50. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Coolio.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else have you been playing, Greg?
Yeah, Overwatch. Anyways, I started playing. Well, this was a while ago, but I bought Doom, and I played a lot of it.
Have you finished Doom?
I have not yet
How have you not finished Doom? The
because
game's only,
Overwatch
like,
came out.
8 hours or something.
Because I was playing it, and then I was like playing it on and off for a little bit, and then Overwatch came out, and then I stopped playing Doom. But
I
really
wanna
like-
play Doom.
besides the point, Doom is really good.
Mhm.
Like, it's not, lack of like interest that I have in the game. That game is like super old school Doom meets new like new school. Like it's very much a love child, like Wolfenstein was.
Yeah, I mean, Jarrett came on the show right around when it came out, and he talked high praise about it. He's a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Everything I've heard makes it sound awesome. I just have not gotten the chance to play it.
It's really, really fun, and the multiplayer is not bad. It's very shallow, but it's not bad. It's like, here's some weapons, go kill each other. That's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I wasn't expecting a lot. I just wanted to know how that was going to play out, and I played it for a few hours and enjoyed it without getting bored of it. So
Okay.
I mean, there's something. It kind of felt like Destiny meets Call of Duty.
But faster, right? Well, I
But
guess faster than Destiny.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick, but that sounds fun. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, everyone's been down on the Doom multiplayer, but like, if it is just the single player mechanics, like that speed of it applied to multiplayer, that doesn't sound that bad to me.
Yeah, and plus you get to choose your own weapons, so you can just run around with like, whatever set you want and whatever you're comfortable with, and just kind of go at it. You unlock different armor sets, so you can kind of customize your character like Halo, and so it's got like a lot of different combinations from a lot of these multiplayer games that kind of work well with it, and I'm down with that.
Cool.
And really got to say, it's a very pretty game, and some of the
Yeah.
Easter egg levels are fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a very pretty game. I played the demo. The demo actually didn't. I played through it again, like I said I would a few weeks ago, on a harder difficulty. It still didn't like hit me, but I want to believe that the game just evolves as it goes on.
It does. It does.
Yeah, so I still really want to give the final game a shot. So,
Mm.
but I'm glad that you like it. I know you were the only person with that like really on their radar,
Oh, yeah.
because you got Wolfenstein. What was that, like and had that had the Doom beta, and you were like, oh yeah, I'd love to play new Doom. So
Yeah, I just never got to play the beta because it took forever to come out. But
yeah,
I was gonna get Doom regardless. So
yeah, game looked good.
Yeah.
Good. Video games are all right.
video games good. Hey, look, man, they're doing something right.
There are a lot of games coming out, and they seem all right. So
Yeah, it's doing something right.
yeah. What else have you been playing?
World of Tanks, both on console and PC. I don't know. I just enjoy playing that game. It's fun.
We know. That game's for somebody.
I gotta tell you what time. We know.
No. Like we understand that you don't really understand why you like that game so much, but
It's
we
because
still
it's
love you.
tanks.
It has
You
tanks.
destroy
Yeah.
other tanks.
Yeah.
It's basic human interest.
It's what drives you.
Yeah, it's just a fun game to play. It's a time killer. It doesn't, I can jump on it for, 2 hours, have the fun with it, jump back off. It's nothing that I have to worry about, collecting something for or anything
Have
like
you
that.
given any thought to becoming a tank captain? As in, like, joining the army and driving tanks around?
You mean a commander?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I know someone who's a tank commander in real life.
yeah, that's Chris's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Greg, you should do that.
That's terrifying. Though.
Then World of Tanks could be your real world.
That's real scary. That's real scary.
It's kind of cool though because there's in Florida we have the American Armed Forces Museum and they have a M60, a Walker Bulldog, a Stewart, and a M4 Sherman in there, and I've got to touch them all, and it was awesome.
Did you touch the butt?
Oh yeah,
Did you go up there like Patrick and be like, touch?
pretty much.
Nice.
But-
At least someday, maybe you'll touch a Gundam.
I wish.
I
I need
know.
to make. There's a
Dreams.
pilgrimage that I need to make.
Yeah, I know.
I have to use
Far
kill
land.
somebody.
Yeah, why don't you just kill somebody?
I'm,
Just know that I could easily overpower you.
I mean, he does need to get to Japan at some point.
look, man, I've hired a sniper. I'm just waiting for him to give the order.
Because people actually probably don't know it. We joked that if Greg could kill anybody to go to Japan, who would he kill? And he said me.
Like, and of anybody.
Of anybody. Fucking monster.
That was a long time ago.
It was a
Look,
long
we're
time
connected
ago.
by blood at this
Like-
point.
It's like 3 years ago, and I still haven't forgotten.
Nope,
The contract has
you'll
been
never
signed.
Yeah. I thought you were my blood brother, Greg, but I guess I was wrong.
I mean, we are. It's just that I need to be covered in it in order to end up in a different country.
Anything else, Greg?
That got dark.
Yeah, it did.
Fallout 4. I haven't really got to talk about Fallout 4. other than briefly on.
Yeah, you enjoyed Fallout 4, where no one here really did.
Yeah, I love that game. It was really, really good. I beat the entire thing. Well, not the entire thing, but the story mode at least.
Yeah.
And I played the Mechanist DLC, and I thought that was fun.
Have you played Far Harbor yet?
Not yet, but I really want to because they have.
You got the season pass, it right?
No, I did not.
It was like $25, right?
Well, at the beginning it was, but I didn't realize what came with it, and then apparently it was a lot.
Yep, it was a lot.
Yeah, but I didn't realize how much stuff was actually going to be in it. But,
yeah, I mean, they kind of said that there would be a couple expansions in there at least, but oh well. I mean, that stuff isn't going anywhere, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pick it up here and there as I play more of it, but yeah, I really enjoyed what Bethesda did with Fallout 4 and how the new game engine and everything really looks, and the game played really well. I mean, it's a huge upgrade from Fallout 3, and I've been waiting for that game forever, and it's just a really fun game to play. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna. What?
What'd you say? Tom?
Favorite Fallout?
My favorite Fallout?
Yeah, would this be it?
I still have to say Fallout 3 would probably be my favorite just because it's home turf.
Mm-hmm.
But Fallout 4 is definitely a close second because it's just that another level that they took it to where it's like really, really, really in depth this time around. They went the extra mile to bring it to a whole new light.
Do you like the settlement creation stuff?
I do, actually. I think that it's fun to mess with. It's tedious at times because it doesn't always work the way I would like it to. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it serves the purpose when I feel like doing, something creative while exploring or whatever. I'm like, I don't really feel like doing this. Okay, I'll go build a settlement or I'll go liberate a settlement and then build them stuff and do this and that. And
I feel like that was the big differentiator. Like, if the settlement stuff really worked for you, then, like, Fallout 4 blew a lot of people out of the water. Mm. But otherwise, like, maybe the rest of the stuff was kind of underwhelming. But I don't know. I'm glad that you liked it a lot. We had like a huge in-depth conversation about it before you had left for Florida. Mm-hmm. When I was wasted.
Yeah, that's right.
And you had sobered up because you had thrown up all of it.
Yeah.
Into my bathroom.
Good times.
Good times. Greg's going away party. Good times.
It was awesome.
What else is filling your time?
Been playing more GTA 5 online. I'm always just kind of be on and off with that game, mostly because they're always updating it. So, I'll jump on, play for a little while, see what's new, jump off. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
And then finally, League of Legends. Still playing that game here and there. I didn't touch it for a few months, and then I just kind of recently started playing it again.
You were so close!
It's mostly because it was easy to record for like YouTube videos and things like that, so I could like jump on and start recording.
Here's a question: do you enjoy League of Legends?
Yeah, I mean,
still.
Okay, so like when I stopped playing it for a few months, I was kind of fed up with it because I was like really annoyed at like what was going on and blah blah blah, and I just didn't. I was kind of burnt out, and so I took a break from it. And at some point, my friend was like, "Hey, I'm going to start playing League again." I was like, "Sure, I'll play it." And then I started playing. I was like, "Oh, okay." But I've been playing it on and off, not like religiously like I used to be. So like I'll jump on and play like 2 or 3 games and then jump off and be done. So it's not like I'm addicted to it.
No judgment, all right? I'm not judging you.
I know Tony is silently.
Yeah, but that's
not that silent.
That's just who Tony is.
Mm-hmm. I know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been really playing. I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head. Other than Rainbow Six I was also playing. I didn't really get a chance to talk about that, but Rainbow Six kind of ended up dying, so...
I know some people that still play that game, so...
I mean, it's good, but it's also... God, it gets boring real quick.
Rough. I need Tony and Nobishin to tell me about Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix.
Yo, this game's real good.
Because I've been like, it is just social media and our text thread and Snapchat just drowning in this. And like, I could not give less of a shit about Rhythm Heaven because like, I'm so bad at rhythm games, and it's so distracting when I watch that game. But I am like hypnotized anytime you guys are playing it. So tell me about it. Give me the rundown.
Novition, please.
It's the same thing.
It's just that good. It's just that good again.
I mean, yeah, it's just basically it's a collection of all the games that has released from Rhythm Heaven with a few additional ones.
Some pretty good new additions.
Yes, and it's just the same thing. It's a one-button game. You press a button,
Sometimes two.
sometimes two,
Okay.
but like yeah, it's just keeping it with the rhythm. It's really simple, really funny. And if you have decent rhythm and like enjoy quirky Japanese shit, like it's just a game that like just consumes you, and it's just really fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah.
It ain't no Hatsune Miku Project Diva F though.
I mean, like that's a Japanese that'll consume you in a different way. Yeah. I just watching you guys play. Is it still like your like one-stop like rage button option?
Oh, it's always.
I felt it coming from him from here. Because like I don't know if it was something that he just sent to me or it might have been something in the text thread, but
Was it
he
the
said-
Snapchat video?
it was he said something about like him messing up on stuff that he knows, and I know from living with him back when he was playing the other Rhythm Heaven game that is like the one thing that will make him absolutely livid. If he like, 'cause if Navshin if correct me if I'm wrong, but like once you like, especially in the rhythm games, like if you once you know like think you know a rhythm game, or once you've gotten it down, if you go back to it and then mess it up, man, that kills you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah. I like because does this include stuff from the original GBA game as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
Did
the
that-
GBA game, the DS game, the Wii game, and some new 3DS.
some new stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. What was there one that did not come out in the United States?
It was the GBA one.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the
that's all
first one.
new to you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, that's
and I had the DS. I have the DS one, but I never really played it.
uh-huh.
Have the Fever on the Wii is when I really got into it. So.
Yeah, I mostly just knew the ones from Heaven Fever. So
Okay. So there's still plenty of new stuff for you guys, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I'm literally right at the end. I'm at the last.
Are you sure?
next thing.
because they end the game like
Like,
three times without
yeah,
ending
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm at the very end. Like I'm in Heaven World. And
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And like I'm doing the last thing where it says that this is the final one, and it's gonna be everything. So
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be the last one.
yeah, so that's gonna be the thing
Oh.
for the next few days.
Man, it's so good.
Yeah, it looks fun. Like as much as like I can't get into it, it
I
looks
bet
like a
you
lot of
could if you tried on it, because now it's on like a mobile platform, so you're not staring at your TV the whole
fun.
time.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't
like,
have to deal with the latency there.
yeah,
No,
and that's fine. But like, I just like there's never been a rhythm game that I've liked that much, even like Rock Band or whatever.
Sure.
Like, I would say Dance Central is probably the most I've gotten into a rhythm game because I thought it was like really fun.
How do you feel about Dance Dance Revolution?
No. I like Dance Dance Revolution. I know it's sacrilege to say in front of Scott. It's probably my least favorite rhythm game.
That was my jam back when I was a little kid.
Yeah, just too much for me. Whether it's with the pads or with the controller, it's just I cannot handle it. But yeah, like the game it has a style and essence to it that is intoxicating. You can't deny that. So
If you have a 3DS, new 3DS, or 2DS, there's
It's
a demo
$30.
out. Yeah, man, there's a demo. You can just try it out.
Yeah, there is a demo that has like 6 really good games in it,
mm-hmm.
and you can play it 15 times.
Whew, 15 whole times.
Yeah, that's more times than I've actually booted up Rhythm Heaven Megamix so far. I just play Megamix for much longer.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been sending us videos and pictures and stuff, so I've been enjoying that much. I enjoy how much you guys get into it at the very least.
Man, that new sumo game is real good.
Oh boy.
What are your 3 favorites, Tony?
Like just the games in there in general.
Yeah. So far.
Off the top of my head, definitely the sumo one. That's my favorite one so far.
Mhm.
I really like the I mean I kind of don't want to pick the ones from Heaven Fever, but I really like the badminton one.
Yes.
What?
Navishin sent me a video that I'm like, oh god, it's back.
Uh,
Bum.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of other really good ones. It's hard to pick because there are a lot of really good ones. I really like the calligraphy one. I
Okay.
really like I don't know what the game is called, but I really like the delayed baseball one.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
I really like Hole in One, which is the first game from Rhythm Heaven Fever. Um, and I'm past 3, but Glee Club also. I really love that one.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one with the girl just singing by herself on the stage?
That's Fan Club.
That one's awesome.
It's
That's
yeah,
one of my favorites.
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Depending
Navashin
on
sent me a video of that. I'm like, this game seems alright.
yeah, it's regular Risei Fujikawa.
Yeah, right there. Just throwing
Yeah.
my heart on the stage.
Hmm.
What about you, Navashin? What's your favorites?
Definitely the sumo one. The one where the egg one that I just showed you. That was on my Snapchat. That one was.
That's one of the challenges, right?
No, that's an actual one of the games.
Oh, I haven't gotten that far yet then.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite, and like definitely the kitten one. Those kitten that one is like really good.
Which one?
There's one with some kittens. You just clap with kittens. It's just like a really good rhythm, and this makes.
Is that one also near the end?
Yeah. It should
Okay.
be near the end.
Oh, I completely forgot about literally the best game except for sumos, which is Flipper Flop.
Yeah, that's really good.
Flipper Flop is one of my favorite games of all time.
Is there a pose for the
Yeah.
fans in this one?
Ringside is back.
Good.
Yes.
Good. As long as that's in there, I can be happy.
And there's also one with this fucking sad bear. It's called like Blue Bear or something like that. That was just depressing, but like
Yeah.
but it's still really good though, rhythm wise. Yeah, that game's really good.
I heard that on an upcoming episode of Monthly Passions podcast, you might be talking about that, Navashin.
I guess.
And I was just like, I didn't know about this.
I mean, you recorded it, so I would hope. But that sounds cool. Anything else you've been playing, Navashin?
Oh, we're on me now?
Yeah.
Just Downwell. Downwell's so fun.
Yeah, I gotta play Downwell. God damn it.
Downwell's really good.
Pac-Man 256 came to PlayStation 4 as well, and it has like score chasing with PS4 friends list. It's $5. I thought about maybe getting that.
What system are you playing Downwell on?
Kind of both PS4 or both PS4 and Vita.
Okay. So not on your phone at all?
No.
Okay.
I like having buttons.
Right, I hear you.
Yeah, Brant is the one that is cool with the phone version. He's a big fan of that one. Tony,
Hi.
since we did talk about Overwatch and Rhythm Heaven,
Sure.
what other stuff you've been playing?
So I spent more time with Valhalla, which again, for people who don't know, didn't listen to the last episode, it's VA-11 Hall-A Cyberpunk Bartender Action. That's the actual title of the
Is
game.
it Hall-4 or Hall-A?
Hall-A. Yeah, I wrote 4 in the thing, but it's Hall-A.
Okay.
It's I've said before, it's like a visual novel kind of thing where you're just like talking to people who come into the bar in this dystopian future world. It's very good. It's very good.
I actually got an email from the developer that, so maybe I'll see if they have any extra codes and I'll give it a shot. But
Word.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's definitely worth the money. So
Yeah.
I would say definitely check that out. I think I'll be playing that one for a long time. Like the game is kind of split up into you work shifts each night at the bar, and so I kind of just like whenever I kind of want that kind of game. Which like I mentioned last time we talked about it, it really takes a specific, at least for me, kind of mood to really get into that game. But when the mood is right, that game is fantastic. And I've just been I'll go in there and play like one shift, and then I'll save the rest for the next time that I play. And I felt that that's been a really good way to play the game, because like one thing that happened recently is a guy came back who I had talked to the previous night, which that had been like 3 or 4 days ago by the time that I had played it again. And was like, hey, serve me the usual. And I was like, fuck, what is this usual? Because I hadn't played the last night when he was in there. So I had to remember what his drink was and then look that up and make that. And so like that kind of stuff was kind of neat, just in the way that I'm playing it. So
That's cool. Yeah, I'm into that kind of stuff too.
yeah. And other than that, I finished The Witcher 3.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Really? What, like 80 hours later?
Yeah. So I played The Witcher 3 for 80 hours, all within 2 weeks, and finished the main campaign. I did most of the side quests, almost all of them, except for like some random like probably like hidden treasure events and stuff like that. But I think I got most of the major contracts and all the major side quest stuff.
Yeah.
Got all the Gwent cards.
Nice.
Um,
Is the priority taken care of then?
Oh yeah, that was the first major thing that I finished was getting all the Gwent cards.
Yeah.
Um,
You laugh, Craig, but
Gwent is
we're
Gwent is
very
real.
serious. They apparently added more Gwent tournaments in Blood and Wine.
Good.
And I'm like,
Yeah, I haven't played
now
the
I have to
DLC
play
yet.
it. Yeah.
But I plan to probably. I'll probably get another week or so, and then I'll play.
Yeah. I'm debating on whether or not to buy Blood and Wine or buy Inside right now because I'm very, very poor. So
I hear you.
I have to decide.
I feel you.
I could buy Inside.
What if you just bought neither and ate for a week?
Yeah, but then I wouldn't get achievements in option.
No, you'll sign into my name and then just go to your name and then
Okay.
you play.
All right. Maybe we could do that. Maybe that could happen.
I'm buying it on Wednesday, so I'll let you know.
Okay.
But yeah, the end of The Witcher 3 is pretty good.
It's really good.
I don't want to
a fan.
spoil stuff because I feel like it's been a year, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, there are pretty much a short list of main ending options.
Yeah. And I mean, if you want to ask me questions in a non-spoiler way to understand what happened for me, then I can tell you.
I'm trying to think of like
Yeah, I just don't know a good way
an
to.
obtuse detail that would tell me specifically.
Geralt picked up a sword at the end of the game.
Cool, got it. That tells me. Cool. That's the same ending that I got, and that is, in my opinion, the best ending.
I agree. I don't think I would have been as
happy with the
as
other.
happy with the either of the other two.
Yeah. Well, obviously, one of the other two
Well, obviously.
is real rough.
But the end of that, like basically, like I stopped, or I was at the point in The Witcher last week when we talked about it, right before shit gets fucking nuts.
Yeah, right. That's why I was like super excited. And
I think I was right before the battle, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, then after the show last week, I played through the battle and did all that stuff. And you're right, I gained a shit ton of levels.
Yep.
It was actually kind of neat because I went through all that stuff kind of leading up to the very last quests of the game, like the very last one that I've like you basically feel everything is going to end when you do this.
Yeah.
Right. They changed the level requirements on gear like maybe a couple months ago. So to make masterwork armor and weapons, you have to be level 34. And so by the end of the game, I turned in the last quest I wanted to finish before starting the end quest and got level 34 right then, so I could then go craft my masterwork armor, craft my masterwork weapons, and then go to the last quest.
Yep.
And I felt that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was really happy with how I ended up going through like picking skills and stuff. I liked the armor. I kind of played it in a way that you would play Dark Souls. The amount of health that I lost by getting hit was pretty equivalent to when you get hit by a Dark Souls boss or something like that, or just like a normal person in Dark Souls because I was using light armor. But I had a very high attack. So I don't know. I think it went really well. I appreciated a lot of stuff that happened at the end of the game. I don't want to talk a lot about it for obvious reasons. But
do you like how it kind of incorporated the more subtle choices that you made throughout the comic?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nabish and I talked about it, and we both thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, I was super cool. Like I remember a while ago before I started playing The Witcher, I said, "Hey, so I found this person playing all of The Witcher on YouTube." And I think I just sent this to Nabish, and I was like, "Should I play this game or just watch that?" And Nabish was like, "You should probably play it, because the choices that you make will be very important."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, but," and then
every game says that. Yeah, I totally understand that kind of point of view, but it's way more based around the dialogue that you have and kind of the exchanges you have, in a way that makes a lot of sense for that game too.
Yeah.
Did you fuck up the room? I forget his name.
The elf guy?
Yes.
Davila or whatever his name was.
Avalok, there you go.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that was just a good moment, just a father downer moment.
Yeah. I think I did most of the right things, at least to get to the place that I got. If that makes sense.
I'm
I mean, sure. I mean,
I
like,
don't know.
I
I'm
just
not sure
We
if I know
had
what you guys are talking about.
we messed up a room. We threw snowballs.
Yeah, snowballs were fun. Yeah.
yeah, like
What else did
there
we
was a
do?
point in Avalok's room when you're in Avalok's room where Sirius got really upset. And
Yeah, it's
as
after she
Geralt, you could
meets
just
the
hear,
other mage,
Oh yeah,
or the other elf.
we did not fuck up the room.
yeah, like,
Oh, okay.
and as Geralt, you could just be like, we should go, or you could just like just fuck up the room with her. And
Yeah,
just laugh
you can
and
just you can just like look at her with like a fucking shit-eating grin on your face and knock a cup off the table, and it's so good.
I think that's what I did. So yeah, man. There's just like a lot of really little stuff.
Yeah, I think that like I went playing through the game and kind of going through slowly, but in a short period of time, I was able to kind of like get through the game in a way that I'm really like happy with, except for one decision that I made, and that's gonna haunt me forever.
What was it?
I chose Yennefer. That was my wrong decision.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think you were here when we talked about it last week when I explained
No.
why I made that decision. The reason why was because I got to the point in the game where I knew that I was about to I was gonna have to make this choice, and I didn't know enough about Yennefer yet because I hadn't played the other two games before. So I was like, is there a way that I can not do this right now because I've already started the quest and stuff, and then like kind of circle around once I've seen Yennefer for like a little bit.
Yeah.
And then kind of decided, because the only reason that I made this decision, other than just being like, the only reason why I really gave Yennefer that chance is because Alex had specifically said that he felt that her personality changes a lot throughout the last part of the game, and that was what made her very endearing to him. And I was like, well, I could see that.
I really liked who she was.
Sure. And I totally I totally appreciate that. I don't think she's a bad character or anything like that.
No.
Anyway, so back to the original point. During that quest, I did one thing wrong, apparently, because I looked this up, kind of getting to the end of it. I was like, is there a way that I can kind of save this for now? And apparently there was one way that you could kind of like get to the end of that specific quest and have her stick around without committing to her fully. That's what I had done.
So.
Right, and I messed up one part of that by like skipping going to save the two mages in the burning house, or then in the house for the people who didn't show up or something. And so apparently that's like a hidden thing. If you don't do that, then she just leaves anyway. So she left. She's the one that got away.
Was she there for the final stuff?
Yeah, she was still there.
But
man, she guilt tripped me the whole time.
Okay. Yeah. It was after that point that I had chosen.
I also really wanted to talk about how amazing the getting drunk was.
Oh, so
It's so good.
It's so good. I feel like that should have been at least part of the conversation for our best moments. Was it for our best moments last year?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I feel like that.
I said pretty much the whole entire game of The Witcher was the best experience for me.
Sure,
Yeah,
I can see a lot of
definitely one of the better moments.
But like when you sneak into Yennefer's room and try and use her
I didn't do that part. So.
Megascope, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I did that shit.
I'm trying to remember what we did end up. I feel like we went outside and did some stupid shit.
Well, if you drink too much, then you have to go get. I forget the other Witcher's name. The guy who. It's not Lambert. It's the other guy. Eskel. Eskel will go to get more liquor, and then you have to track him because he lost. Right. And then you find that he's like laying outside sleeping.
Yep. Yes. God, that's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's like it's one of those moments where it's really satisfying to have Geralt be a character who has a history and exists in a world. Because like there are payoffs that you're like, I don't necessarily know these people as well as Geralt does, but I know Geralt so well at this point.
Whatever, man. I can identify with cool dudes with really, really gruff voices.
But like you identify with Geralt, and that kind of is your in to having so much fun in situations like that. And I think that really drives a lot of the characterization in that game.
Also, you get to kick the shit out of people whenever you play Gwent with them.
Fuck yeah.
It's good. It's good, dude.
It's real good.
As soon as I got like maybe a third of the cards that I needed, I was unstoppable.
Yeah. I'm glad that you had a good experience with that game. And now that you've finished it, where do you think it would fall in your game of the year list?
Probably around 3-ish.
Okay.
I did think about that question because I remembered that you asked me.
Yeah, that's good.
But
It was what,
yeah.
like 2, 3 for me. So yeah, it was 3 for me as well.
So I did that. Like I said, I'm kind of gonna let it sit for a while, then probably another week or so, then play the DLC. Nabishin, have you played all the DLC? You have, right?
I played all Hearts of Stone, and
Would you
still
recommend that I go into both of these DLC with the save that I have already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've heard that Hearts of Stone is not intended for people who are like level 40-ish.
It's like 35, so it's.
Okay, I know that Blood and Wine is intended for once you beat the main story.
Yeah.
But I thought Hearts and Stone was kind of not.
Hearts and Stone, like when I played, because I was like level 34 when I went into it, when I had finished the main story. So they might have done some rebalancing, but I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
It might be a
Yeah,
little
it'll be fine.
easy, but Hearts of Stone is pretty hard in general. So
Okay. I
think
did start a
it'll be
Death
okay.
March playthrough. I don't know if I'm going to actually finish that, but I started it.
It's just gonna be a while, dude. Just like the best strategy I have for you is just to take your time. Like do like the Ronin Kitchen tactics of like kind of just like running away and like,
Okay.
having just go and get someone like one at a time, running away,
Mhm.
go get someone at a time.
I know exactly what the chapters that you're talking about.
Yeah. I did a whole
And
lot of that on normal, so.
also, which is very important, raise up your axis like almost all the way so like they can mind control somebody so they can like have someone attack for you.
Okay, sure.
That's very, very important. And,
I've heard that
yeah.
alchemy makes Death March almost like nothing. Because there's like a specific like combination of two decoctions that you can use at the same time that just make you invincible, apparently. And then the active shield with Quen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quinn is very essential as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super essential. That because like in Witcher 2, Quinn is like so clutch for everything in that
Yeah.
game.
That's the only sign I used in my first playthrough for the most part, except for like every once in a while I use Igni to kind of, or like whatever I had to use Erden to kill some Racer, but like for the most part I just had Quen for the shields and then whatever the one for Force is to like knock shields away.
Ard.
Yes.
I used all of the signs. I was like really heavy magic when I played through that game. So
I will
all my
also
points
say,
were red tree.
I will also say though, like I don't know if it's a good idea to do New Game Plus with
Death March.
Death March.
I've
I
heard
did it.
that may be a thing.
Yeah, I did it, and it was very, very tough. So like,
Yeah, I've kind of heard two differing opinions there. The first one is that like by doing it on your New Game Plus, if you didn't play the first one, that like you're probably not going to be ready for it. Then I've also heard that like it just makes it easier because you start with stuff. And then the reason for that is because people have said that kind of Death March gets pretty like easy the later on you get into the game. Because the hardest part of Death March is just the beginning of your like new game with it because you just don't have anything. But I was pretty good at dodging.
In the middle, definitely.
Yeah, most of my original play through the game, I played on the second difficulty. I think like Sword and Story or something like that. And most of my first thing, my main tactics were rolling out of the way. Like I said, I played like a Dark Souls way.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of used to that already. So I didn't get beat up too much in Death March from what I've played so far. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to another 80 hours of that game yet, though.
Yeah, like it took me like almost a year, dude, beating Death March. So just take your time.
Yeah.
No rush.
I also
plus,
definitely picked up that stupid crystal skull that I missed.
You don't have to do all the side quests to get the platinum trophy, also. So.
Sure. I don't know if I'm going for the
Keep
platinum
yours.
either. I just, What's
do?
up?
I said keep your old safe too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to play Blood and Wine. Like hearing you go through The Witcher again, and it's kind of like revitalizing that. It's been enough time since I tried playing Hearts of Stone 2 that I'm really excited to play that game again.
There's a lot of cool stuff in Blood and Wine. I need to go back to it myself.
Yeah, hearing
It's
Michael
been some
Huber
stories.
talk about it as well on Frame Trap, I was like, yeah, this sounds like something I can get into.
Oh, I also had a question for you guys, and it's very, very spoilery, and I've been trying to figure out a way to ask this question.
You can type it in the side chat if you really need to spoil it.
No,
Or
there
use
is
Elaborate.
a specific quest that you can do only if you do a lot of specific side quests before it that radically changes the future. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I might.
It has to do with one of the witches that you save.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
I'll clarify but I wanted to give the listeners a chance to clue into what I was talking about.
Yeah, we can talk about it during the break because we should take our break because we're about an hour in. Yes. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
After,
that was the thing that I was telling you about last week. Like they add a quest to your quest log, and you kind of have to.
Oh
You have
yeah.
to check that. That mission. Yeah.
There are a lot of prerequisites to get that quest.
Yeah, I got that quest. I didn't know there were a lot of prerequisites, but
Yeah. You have to do many things correctly to get to that point. But once you finish that quest, there are basically two sides that you can side with.
yeah.
Who did you side with? The one that kills one person or the one that kills more than one
I did
person?
not stab the person in The Witcher 2 in the back.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. I super killed him.
Okay. I'm curious how that plays out. But the other person, I had a love-hate relationship with, and I was kind of excited at the chance to kill him.
Really?
Yeah. I loved him as a character. I thought he was super compelling, but I was okay with ending him.
Wait. Now I'm not sure which one was the guy that you're talking about from The Witcher 2, because I didn't play that game.
No, I mean he was only in The Witcher 3. The other guy. I
Please.
don't know if I spelled it correctly.
Yeah, that's the guy who I totally wrecked.
Yeah, that's who I wrecked.
Okay, so we had the same.
Yeah, he's not in Witcher 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I know that one of the guys from the other side was.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I thought that whole part was kind of neat. I think that it's kind of cool how
awesome.
that whole side part is actually just super not all that important that you do because you're just a fucking Witcher. So like whatever.
Yeah. I love that being kind of the case with almost all of the.
Yeah, I like that. Like you get involved with some heavy shit in The Witcher,
but then you can walk away pretty early on.
Everyone knows, right? Like that you're just a Witcher, and like you actually don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of neat that they respect that, and while they will sometimes try to extort Geralt to kind of get him to do what they want.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat that like they don't try and push their ideals on him or try and convince him to do anything.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Do you have anything else? Any other games you want to talk about real quick, Tony?
I mean, I put Clash of Clans on this list.
Okay, so no, got it.
And I only wanted to bring this up because I made a shocking discovery this week.
That you hate yourself?
My
because of
brother
Clash of
plays
Clans?
Clash of Clans, my
Oh my
older
God.
brother.
Oh my god.
He has Town Hall 11, which is the highest that it goes,
Jesus.
So the sickness runs in the family.
apparently.
That's good.
Also, he kind of sucks.
That means he's been playing for longer than you.
A very long time. Yeah, he's been playing for years.
That's...
Tony, do you still play Puzzle Dragons?
No, I quit that game a long time ago.
Oh, I was gonna say they're just making an anime out of it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I think
god.
you linked that to me a while
I
ago.
did.
That's
I don't play
crazy.
the game.
There's a Puzzle Dragons anime coming out.
That's
so.
all right though.
This-
There's a DS puzzle in Dragon games. That's pretty all right. I hear it's very anime. So
Yeah, there you go.
No, this is like an actual anime based off Puzzle Dragons.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So like in the 3DS Puzzle and Dragons, there's like Mario Puzzle and Dragons and also Puzzle and Dragons Delta or whatever, which is like super anime.
Okay.
So that
Gotcha,
makes
gotcha.
sense that they would turn that into an anime.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we have Scott and my games to talk about, as well as some news and our half-year game of the year, and then we'll close it out. So we will be back in just a little bit. Choo. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some
Okay.
water.
Yo, they make you feel bad.
Who?
Like at least in my case with The Witcher 3, man, they make
Oh.
you feel bad about that decision if you fuck it up. They guilt you so hard now, shit.
You talk about killing
No, I'm talking about Triss. She guilts you so hard.
Oh well, yeah, I never had that situation.
Right. I think because I feel like if you don't pick Yennefer, then she'll just be like fucking whatever nerd.
Yeah, or something like that.
Wait, what did you do in that situation, Navashin?
Which one?
The one that we were just talking about. I guess now that we're officially on break, the one where you went at the end of the quest when you kill Radovid.
Yeah. So you asked me if I killed Dijkstra?
Did you turn on Dijkstra or let him do his thing and kill Vernon and what's his face?
Why would I kill Vernon?
I don't know, man.
Which one's Vernon?
Vernon Roche. He's the dude. He's the cool army dude. I don't know any other good way to describe him.
He has a what's that called? Turban.
Yeah, head thing. Head scarf.
Hmm.
Yeah, like why? Dijkstra's an asshole.
He is. He's a super asshole. That's why I killed him.
Right, but I still don't know who the Vernon guy is. I don't remember.
Hold on. His name's Vernon Roche. He is.
One of the spy cars went. Oh, that guy.
No idea.
Copy. I don't know what this is gonna show because I just copied like the Google image results thing. But there you go.
It'll link to it.
It's very long. It's all of the images. So.
Yeah. What about Roche?
Scott doesn't know who he is.
Oh yeah, he's.
Oh,
in
there's a
Witcher
better picture of one that you'd like, but whatever.
He's
He's a
fine.
cool guy.
He's a cool guy.
Can't you like make him dead if you choose one of the things at the beginning?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I
Okay,
think
he seemed like too major of a character.
he can get really hurt in Witcher 2.
Okay, so yeah, I did meet him, but
Yeah.
I had a very, very small interaction with him.
Okay.
It's 'cause
meeting after meeting him is when I quit.
It's
Gotcha.
you can fuck over Roche in Witcher 2, which is what I did, but like it's cool because like if you talk to him later, depending on what you say, he'll be like, all right, I kind of see why you did that, and like I'm not
Sure.
racist.
He
so-
seems like a cool dude.
yeah, he's a cool guy.
Bess is kind of a jerk to him, but hey.
He becomes less racist throughout Witcher 2 in my Witcher 2 game.
Okay.
Which is like so in like the big thing about Witcher 2 is you can choose either the side with Roche or Yorveth
Sure.
after the end of Act 1. And
Yeah,
that'll completely change
those
Act
choices were fucking cryptic to me. I had no idea.
Yeah, that'll completely change what your Act 2 of The Witcher 2 is. Like you're in a completely different area and talk to completely different things. It's really cool. So I chose Yorveth and not Roach, but then you kind of coincide at some point in Act 2. And he's like, so yeah, you fucking chose that guy. I'm like, yeah, but like here's why. And then he kind of like lists off why and
Sure.
what's going on. And he's like, okay, if you're good enough, he'll be like, okay. But
Yeah.
you can fight him.
I think part of the reasons why I made that choice at the end that I did was because
fuck these.
earlier in the game, like because earlier in the game I made Dijkstra hate me because when I was doing the quest to get his treasure back, I went into talk to the guy in the barracks and I didn't let them take Triss to go get tortured.
Yeah.
So that resulted in me having to kill the guy. When if I hadn't done that, I think I would have been able to get information out of him.
Yeah.
And then I would have been able to appease Dijkstra, and then Dijkstra wouldn't have hated me so much. So Dijkstra didn't come to help me at the battle or anything like that.
Dijkstra can never come to help you in the battle. I
Oh,
think.
really?
Yeah. But they make it feel like he could if you did some things differently, which I
Yeah.
think is cool.
But yeah, I was not gonna let them torture Triss.
I only know like he can't come because I got the trophy for getting as many people to come. To
I
the
also
help
got that,
with the
but
battle
I
as
know
possible.
that not everybody came.
Yeah. So
I think it might just be that you get that trophy when you
if you
get
get enough people,
all of the people that you could possibly get.
maybe. Who knows? Maybe there's an alternate world where Dijkstra helps you out.
Maybe.
But like,
Maybe
fuck
there is.
Dijkstra.
But like, fuck Dijkstra.
Such a good character, though. God, I love to hate him.
Yeah, I liked him for most of the game until he started becoming an asshole at the end.
Yeah.
I really liked some of that stuff. But near the end of the game, see, what are the other really big like things that are kind of more spoilery?
Did you like playing as Siri at the end when you were just fucking
Yo,
wrecking all the wild
Siri
hunt?
fucking destroyed
It was
bitches.
so good.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. She's just like kill everyone in one hit. It's awesome.
Just cutting through, like they cut in half and fly in different directions too. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
I had the cat school gear on, which gives you, and I also installed the DLC. It gives you more executions.
Hmm.
So I was doing that most of the time. I was just chopping people in half and stuff. It was good stuff.
Nice. Game's good. We let's keep going because I'm on a bit of a time crunch.
Sure.
Everybody back? Is everybody here?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Hey, welcome back.
Hello.
Hi. Scott, have you been playing video games?
Yeah, a lot of XCOM.
XCOM DOS?
XCOM U.
XCOM U, exclusively for the Wii U. What do you think of XCOM 2?
I think it's really good.
Me too.
As he's still playing it.
As he's still playing it.
As I'm still playing it.
Are you still playing it right now, Scott?
It's been Alt Tab for like the longest time, but I mean I could Alt Tab back in.
You should not alt tab back in.
Well, okay, I won't Alt Tab back in, but I am gonna scroll over it.
Okay.
Where did I leave off? Okay, so I completed a mission. Everybody's wounded.
Oh
I've got
yeah.
2
Well,
pieces of remote.
so balance wise, like, what do you think of XCOM 2 compared to the first one? It's a little bit harder in my experience.
I disagree.
Okay.
In the previous game, I'm pretty sure that you couldn't shoot somebody out of Overwatch.
You could.
Never happened for me.
Yeah.
I guess I always just missed.
Yeah. Maybe you should just get good, Scott.
You see, that's just not how XCOM works.
It's true. Maybe you should just
There
get
was
percentages. I like in my experience, in XCOM 2 I had way more 80% shots and 90% shots that missed than I did in the first one.
About the same for me.
Okay.
But here the
Yes.
but the difference here is this time around I'm getting more of the good position bonus that I think I should be getting.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Whereas in the other game, sometimes it was kind of dumb where the positions were.
Yeah, like there's way more noticeable like altitude bonuses you'll get for stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at? Like, how deep into it are you? How many weeks, months, whatever?
Oh, I don't know, dude.
Um,
I've got, I think, 5 bars on that thing, and I have to get going. I just don't.
on the doomsday counter.
On the
Yeah.
doomsday counter, and I gotta get going. But my comms, I need to build the comms.
Yeah, you gotta build more comms, bro. It's
I'm maxed
weird
out.
because I mean I beat it on my first playthrough. I didn't have to start over at any point, but there were definitely points like later on when once I got to the point where I was so overpowered, or at least I was reliably overpowered, and I had a lot of soldiers. Like so when the doomsday, it's like this doomsday counter that the aliens are basically building to their win scenario versus like their win scenario is just the scenario where you lose. So they're building up this thing, this project.
Right.
And if they get to 10 points, then you only have 14 days to take a point off, or else they win. So I got to the point where they had 10 full points, and I had to do something desperate to take a point off once. So it was cool. It was tense. There's a lot of back and forth. It felt like they were making moves. You were making moves. But I waited to finish the game until I had comms set up in every country, which I didn't have to do, but I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Are you enjoying it? Like, are you enjoying the new enemies, the new weapons, all that stuff, the new classes?
Yes, I'm very grateful that Berserkers do not charge you if
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's a little different now.
Yeah,
They'll
they
fuck
do
you
not
up,
charge
though.
you. Yeah, they'll still do that.
But you got that dude with the sword. Do you have a sword guy?
Yeah, I got a sword guy.
My sword guy was Scott Guthier. So,
Oh, I went from full change.
okay.
180 from
Yeah.
sniper to melee guy.
Yeah, well, you were I'm pretty sure it's called the Ranger class or whatever. You were my dude in that game because you got the perk that let you, like if you kill someone with your sword, you can make another move to kill someone with the sword. So I just had you like hopscotching around murdering folks. So once you get that plasma sword, it's all downhill from there.
Oh yeah,
It's,
I got that plasma sword.
That's real good. Yeah, that game's all right. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Someone else will have played it before the end of the year.
I'm not customizing my characters one bit.
It takes on my computer because it ran like shit. It took me a long time to get that going. But you told us in the group thread that the only place where it runs.
Oh yeah, and guess what? That stopped happening.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yep.
Have you Have you been holding or turning on the caps lock to make the load times go faster? Because that's a thing.
No,
Okay, fair enough. That's a weird
I
thing.
just don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need. You got that solid state drive. Whatever. Cool. Anything else you've been playing, Scott?
More Bravely Default.
Bravely Second End Layer.
Uh, Hopscotch.
Hopscotch. Got it. Is that game still good? Is it get good still?
Yep.
I don't know if you have anything specific to say about it.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know how deep you are. Who's clicking? I'm just curious.
I think it's Scott.
Is it Scott? Scott, are you clicking?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, are you clicking your mouse or not?
I'm certainly not clicking my mouse.
All right.
I'm not either.
I'm just saying, Scott. All of us here aren't clicking. It's probably you can see both my hands. I'm not clicking. Okay, now we know. Now I'm judging you, Scott. Anything else, Scott? Anything you want to talk about?
I mean, Bravely Second's still really good.
Okay, better than the first at this point in the time. Question mark.
At this point in time, I'd say so.
Oh wow.
Game starts off pretty fast.
Okay, that's good. The first one started off very slowly. So okay. I expect updates, but we'll come back to that. I've been playing video games as well. I finished. I'm not. I swear. I promise. I finished my most recent playthrough of Okami, which I was like, man, this is a 50-hour playthrough, isn't it? And it was 52 hours. But yeah, that game's really good. That final boss is awesome. I always forget how great it is.
So many forms.
So many forms. 4 whole forms. That's like too many, if Sephiroth is any indication. Yeah, it's cool. It's just like that. There are a lot of abilities you get in that game that are not very combat focused, right? Like one is called rejuvenation, right? So if like something's broken, you can like color it in to basically fix it together, like a bridge or something. And one like draws a moon in the sky, one draws a sun in the sky. And that boss fight somehow incorporates those into the fight, and it's actually really cool. So it makes you use all your powers, uses them in really cool ways, and it's just fun and drawn out and cool. So I was a big fan of it. That game's phenomenal. So I was glad to play and finish it again, even if my time was better spent somewhere else, like not playing through Metroid Prime 2 in its entirety. But that's a thing that I did this week. I started and finished Metroid Prime 2, getting 100% completion. So, like a crazy person. Although, like I've played that game so many times now that I don't know. It's easy for me to kind of get all the scans for that. Yeah, I like that game a lot. I've been thinking about Metroid a lot recently because I'm writing an article on Metroid. And I don't know. It like there's so many things I could say about how like the Prime series specifically is so cool because like Metroid Prime 1 came out before BioShock, right? But it does a lot of things that BioShock gets credit for doing first. Even though like maybe System Shock and games like that preceded both of them, but like that kind of environmental storytelling, that very same style that BioShock uses, Metroid Prime and Prime 2 actually uses really effectively. So I've been thinking a lot about that.
Are you playing the GameCube version or the trilogy version?
The trilogy version.
Oh, okay.
It's just I have Prime 2 on GameCube still, but I don't. I mean, I guess I do have a means to play it, but I don't know. I like playing it with the motion controls. It's easier to shoot like that. When I was playing Metroid Prime 3, which is the other thing I've been playing. I was thinking about Resident Evil 4. I'm like, yeah, that game's all right on Wii. But yeah, Prime 2 and Prime 3 I played this week. Yeah, those games are really cool. I think Metroid Prime 2 is still like my favorite in that trilogy, which is kind of like the dark horse. That's like the very Austin Walker answer. It's kind of like the sequel that does things like weird and different, and there's an ammo system that not a lot of people like. There's a dark world essentially that its atmosphere damages you if you stand in it, so it's like really hard because of that. Um, I don't know. But it's just that's such a cool game. It's super rewarding, and it has such good moments of tension. Uh,
So where does that game fall as far as the Rule of Three trilogy? Like, is
I don't
one
know.
regarded the first favorite, or is it three the regarded the favorite?
I think one is probably regarded as the favorite,
Mm.
because it was so groundbreaking, right? Not a lot of people like two, from what I understand, because
Mm.
people thought, from what I remember, the criticism of that was it like retreaded a lot of the same ground that one did, and like the ammo system for the different weapons, as well as the Dark World doing damage to you while you stand in it, were like not popular. Where I
Mm.
think they're cool because it adds like this different kind of pressure to the gameplay. Like you have to be more careful or else you'll get seriously punished for it. And I think the environment in two is super awesome. Like the world that you explore there.
Mm-hmm.
And three is great on its own merits. But like it's very story focused. And I think that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Outside of that, I think it's well regarded. I know that much. There are a lot of particle effects in Metroid Prime 3. I always forget about that. Like when you're charging the beam, like little flecks of light will come into the charge shot. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're all really good though. I would say yeah, one is probably the best regarded, then three, then two.
Okay.
So, me it's two, then three, then one. Um, but that's just because I've played Metroid Prime one the most, and I guess mechanically it's the least interesting of the three. But that's not saying much because it's still a great game. Yeah, like going back to three, that game's really, super cool. It's very different. I like that, Metroid Prime 1 and 2 both tell like these really cool stories, but 3 is way more direct in its storytelling, right? There's like voice acting and a lot of narrative and dialogue and back and forth. Samus only ever talks in like her journals, like her logs. Like basically, she writes down what she thinks of things. Um, but which is kind of how Metroid Fusion worked as well. But uh, it's cool, and I think the story in that game is actually really good. So I like all those games a whole lot. But other than replaying old garbage, I've also been playing Overwatch, which we talked about. That game's really good. I need to check. I'm not sure how many hours I've put into that game, but it's probably a lot.
Cool.
How about do you guys want to hear about news?
Sure.
What's the word on news? All right, give me a second because I have to pull up this news music. And go.
News in gaming.
Let's talk about some news. I only have a couple of things here, and maybe Navashin, you have a few more, or Greg. But the Bioshock Remastered collection was actually officially announced, which I don't think it ever has been up until this point. But that's coming out in September, I believe. And that includes Bioshock 1, 2, and Infinite for PS4 or Xbox One. And if you have any of those games on PC, they're actually just going to get updates for free to the remastered version, which is cool. It's like updated textures and assets, I believe, for those games. And yeah, that is coming out September 13th. And it includes all of the DLC for all those games. So if you never played... So the first game includes a director's commentary from Ken Levine, which is really cool. And apparently some kind of museum of orphan concepts. The second game obviously had the Minerva's Den DLC, which is hugely popular from the same folks that went on to form the studio that what made Gone Home and Tacoma. And that's kind of like a standalone story DLC. And Infinite had the Burial at Sea DLC, which I have still not played. Yeah, I need to play it. And that's out on the 13th. Bioshock 2 collection version will not have multiplayer. Hate to break it to all of you, but unfortunately. So yeah, it looks good. It's running at 1080p, 60 frames per second for you number nerds who care on PS4 and Xbox One. So that's cool. And speaking of collections, the Batman Return to Arkham collection was delayed indefinitely. And that was originally going to be Arkham Asylum and Arkham City with all their DLC on PS4 and Xbox One coming out this month. It was like July 26th or something. Last week, this past Tuesday, I think it was. Rocksteady put out the word that it would be delayed with no known date as to when that would be. So people have speculated that it might be so that they can add Arkham Origins to it, or it might be because of the kind of bad feedback they got from that announcement trailer that said all the character models in the world look terrible. Whatever it was. Not sure yet, and I guess we'll have to wait to find out. But that's weird. When does that ever happen to like a collection? So I don't know. Any other news that happened? Anybody?
No.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't like it's. We're still coming off of E3, so it's not a huge news time for us. But that's all I picked up. Let's talk about this discussion topic that we have in here, the kind of half-year game of the year, though, because I'm curious what people would say for this, and I'm curious what Greg you would say if the year ended on June 30th, 2016. What would your game of the year have been?
That's
I know,
hard.
tough question, huh?
I mean, there's a few games that I've played that I've really liked. I've played Dark Souls. I've played Overwatch.
Dark Souls 3, Doom, Overwatch.
Doom, Fallout.
Fallout didn't come out in 2016.
It didn't.
Came out
What?
November
November.
2015.
Sorry, it's been a while.
It's okay.
Well, then that eliminates Fallout, so that's good. Because that would have been really hard.
The new
otherwise.
Ratchet and Clank, which I'm sure you didn't play, but Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen on PC.
Yeah.
I'm looking at games right now. The Witness.
I haven't played any new games other than the games I talked about. Really, I guess I'd have to go with God. That's hard between Doom and Overwatch. Really.
Yeah. Okay. What's your pick? I would peg you more as a Doom guy, personally.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards that. Just I'm trying to weigh the options there, and I'd say Doom for more or less the single player experience and the fact that it's got a really good single player gameplay and it's got a good story behind it without having to like fill you in a lot of detail. It just kind of like explains as it goes along, and I like that about that game.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels really solid, and I just like good solid gameplay where it's not going to be jarring, or you don't have to worry about something being broken.
Yeah, there's something to say like for like just real good mechanics.
Yeah, it's one of those games that feels real tight.
Mm-hmm.
Other games you played great this year was Dark Souls 3 and the Division, but I don't think they were mentioning for you.
The Division can burn in a fiery pit of hell.
Seems
but
right.
Dark Souls 3 was decent. I never actually got the chance to finish it, but
You didn't finish Dark Souls 2 either.
yeah. I don't know.
Mister, I have the Dark Souls 1 Platinum.
Yeah, I do have that, though. I will fucking forever hold that over everybody's head.
Yeah. I was looking into maybe getting the Demon Souls Platinum earlier this year.
I saw you were playing that game.
Yeah. I almost finished that game. Again, I'm probably going to get back to
Hey
it
guys,
soon.
I had the Dark Souls 3 Platinum.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, Tony.
I
I did it first.
Are you ever gonna play Dark Souls, Steve?
Do you still like Dark Souls, Greg?
I do like Dark Souls. I like Dark Souls 3 a lot, really.
Hmm.
It's just that it's a game where I like to play with like a friend and just kind of play through it with a friend because it's just like I don't mind playing it by myself, but I feel just more comfortable playing with somebody else where we can kind of share ideas and kind of bounce off.
I've been trying to get Jacob to get that game. So if he gets it, maybe the three of us can three-way that game.
I'm down.
Yeah.
It's just more fun to play with more people. I mean, like I played the game twice already solo almost. It's like I'd rather
I like playing that game cooperatively.
I just feel like you get a little bit more out of it.
Yeah, like when the zeitgeist is there, especially like when everyone's playing it and super excited, like I'm way into it.
Yeah.
Nabishin, what about you? If June 30th was the end of the year, what would be your favorite game that came out this year?
I didn't really have too much for me this year. I had games I played like Ratchet and Clank and Overwatch, but like
Nothing you want to die on a hill for, right?
no, not exactly. Trying trying to really think of like other games I played this year. Like Downwell was a really great game for me this year. Even though it came out last year, I feel like I got like a good grasp of it this year. And Severed as well. Severed was fucking awesome for what I played with it. And also Uncharted, which is something I kind of did forget about when I was talking to Jared. But like I still say Frank overall is still like Rhythm Heaven for me.
Okay.
So far.
Rhythm Heaven Fever. Mega Mix, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I'm getting my wires crossed on that one.
It's Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix.
Okay. See, I was wrong. Okay. Scott, I'm curious about you as well. Video game that came out this year that resonated with you the most, that you would call game of the year.
Gaming.
PC video gaming.
So far, I'm gonna have to say XCOM 2.
Really?
Wow.
Well, I mean, think about it.
Yes.
Think about it.
I'm thinking about it.
What games from this year have I played?
Stardew Valley.
You played Stardew Valley, Overwatch,
Right.
Dark Souls 3 you played a little bit of.
Yeah.
You played like a handful of games.
I played with a handful of games. And
Uh-huh.
like, how good was XCOM?
XCOM 2 is real good.
When did XCOM 2 come out?
You played through it on a computer that didn't want.
No,
to
no,
run.
you're right. I still like the game a lot, but I had a bad experience with it, and that's why I might replay it again when it comes out on console later this year. So,
Right. But here's the thing: you got through it
because it's that good.
because it's that good,
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
while also having the what's it called? The Dragon Age Inquisition experience.
Pretty much, yeah. But I couldn't get through that one. Like, no, I'm with you. XCOM 2 is really good. It does a lot of really cool stuff. I haven't forgotten about that. That came out in February, Tony.
Oh, okay.
That came out February 5th.
For some reason, I had that pegged as like December of last year.
No, I can see why. It was originally going to come out last year, but it got delayed to early this year. Mostly, I think, to get out of the way of some of the games that came out last year. Yeah, and that's coming out in September on consoles. But yeah, that's good. And I think Tony, you should play it, and Greg, you should play it. It's really good.
XCOM 2.
Yeah.
When I get money.
Yeah, it's a cool game. It's I'm sure you can probably find a good Steam sale for it by the end of the year.
You should probably just buy it for me on Steam.
Yeah, okay, Tony. I'll just spend $120 so we can both own it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I thought that game was dope. Tony, what about you? I mean,
It's
Yes.
gonna obviously be Battleborn.
Battleborn, the best game or the
Really,
bestest
Tony? Battleborn.
game? Oh, God, none of us played
it's-
Battleborn.
No.
Nobody played that hot street trash.
poor
No, it's probably a fine game. It's
probably-
just not a game anyone wanted to play.
The game that died in a hole and buried itself.
Yeah, and the hole's name was Overwatch. Consumed it.
Yep.
It's
Stardew Valley for me.
Yeah. That game's all right.
That
from what I
game, you
understand.
don't even know.
I said from what I
Jesus
understand.
Christ.
You don't even know.
I really want to play Stardew Valley.
Salt and Sanctuary was also a very good game.
Yeah. Did you like Salt and Sanctuary more than you like Dark Souls 3?
No.
Okay. All right. Looking for a Dark Horse answer, but that's fine.
No, I really like Dark Souls 3. It's probably a contender for it's close second to Stardew Valley.
Okay. Cool.
Dark Souls 3 good game.
Yeah, it's a really good game. It's very fun.
Yeah, I played a lot of that game.
Yeah, you did.
I know, Tony. Jesus.
We get it now.
I did everything in that game, guys.
It's funny because for me, it's probably Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I didn't expect.
Overwatch is a great game.
Overwatch is really good.
It's
And
really
You
good.
played over 1 day of Overwatch so far.
I have.
It's
Are you
you-
looking at my time right now?
If you go to watcher.gg,
Oh,
type in your PSN ID.
Watcher.gg.
Yeah, you can see that your time played is approximately 1 day and 1 hour,
Okay.
which puts you at about 82,419 as far as players on PSN go.
Okay. That's higher than I would have guessed.
Your win rate's 52.13%. You have a 1.76 KDA ratio.
That's all right. That's positive.
Well, yeah, but it takes into it again. Overwatch is based off eliminations, not final blows.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Let's see what else is interesting.
My total medals, I have 479.
Hey, there you go. You're looking at it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You can toggle over to competitive and see that you got your competitive rank is 0.
Yeah. So I have
With
not
0% win rate.
Yep.
Pretty good.
True. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I have 14 multi-kills.
You played one game, man. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
You have all of your time spent 100% support. 77% of that was Lucio.
Yeah, and the other percent was Mercy.
Mm-hmm. So
this is actually a pretty cool website. 'Cause it says
Yeah,
35%, 35.5% of my time played total is as support, which I think is cool.
if you look up mine, you can see competitive things too, which is pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah.
I have about 23 hours played.
It's funny because like
why,
you know
why Overwatch?
why Overwatch? No,
I'm just curious.
thank you for setting that one up for me. It's funny because going into this year, I would never have said Overwatch or thought Overwatch would even be on my radar, and like the most flirtation I've had with a multiplayer shooter in the past year has been with Halo 5, which I still think had really good multiplayer, and Splatoon, which also had really good multiplayer.
Titanfall.
In the past year.
Okay.
Titanfall was great. That was the last time I got into a shooter for sure. But yeah, those two in the past year are kind of like all I've really done multiplayer shooter wise, and I just kind of burnt out on both. And like the one thing I've not been hankering for at all is like multiplayer first person shooter, like at all. Which there's plenty of them, and I've definitely been in more of like a longer single player experience mood for sure. Stuff that like augments that well, like Dark Souls, I think is fine. But what I've been craving for is more things like Metal Gear Solid 5 or Witcher, for sure. But so like playing Overwatch and then immediately just feeling it, like you hold the controller and you feel that game, and it's just phenomenal. Like for me, it's one of the best playing first person shooters I've ever experienced. And as like a frame rate horror, like I really like that it runs at 60 frames per second, as opposed to Destiny, which is probably the other game in recent years that I would say I've gotten into.
Yeah, dude, Destiny's got great shooting.
It's got great shooting, but like Overwatch has got great shooting, and it also runs faster, plays a little bit faster. So
Yeah,
best
man,
of both
just
worlds.
wait.
For me.
Destiny 2 on that Neo.
Don't get me started on that shit.
Keep the dream alive.
61 frames, solid.
61 frames. Your 60 hertz TV can't even keep up with this shit.
That's right.
But yeah, it really is just like on a mechanical level, it is so good and so satisfying that like I have played a day's worth of that, and there's no pull to keep me playing outside of it just being that good, right? There's no level curve that means anything, right?
Yeah, man, you just gotta buy those loot boxes.
Sweet loot boxes.
I'm not unlocking weapons to update my loadout.
But you can get golden weapons now.
Oh yeah.
You literally can. They added that.
I know, I'm aware, but like I'm not getting that, and I'm not playing for that. I'm just playing because I enjoy playing
Alex,
it.
Imagine how good that golden Valkyrie staff would look with
I'm
Mercy.
working on some form of an Overwatch review that's going to be kind of closer to what I wrote for Uncharted, but less personal, of just like talking about more like a long form criticism of it and why it works and why I really like it. And yeah, it's just like it's like the Samurai Jack effect. Let's use that comparison from earlier in the show. It's like part of it being unexpected and out of nowhere, and part of it being just so well done. And like when I talked to Jared about it on the upcoming Monthly Passions, like I said, like this game comes off so endearingly because it's clear that a lot of people had a lot of fun making this, and there's a lot of thought, a lot of love, and a lot of personality that went into it, and it shows. And it's just a joy. It's just a joy to play. It's a joy to see. It's a joy to look at. It's a first-person shooter that isn't brown, and it's awesome. It's just so awesome. It's so refreshing for a genre that really needed something like this, I think. So, yeah, it blew me out of the water, and I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. But yeah, that's probably like my favorite game that has come out so far this year. Big shout outs to like Fire Emblem, Dark Souls, and Firewatch, yeah, that was one I was going to bring up earlier.
And No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, not out yet, but
Should have been.
Should have been. No, yes, but it's fine. It'll come out August 9th, right? August 8th.
Yes, August 9th. You're right.
Yeah, that's right around the corner. Yeah, it's been like a pretty good year.
Yeah.
So far, June's been a little bit
entertained.
slower, but Tokyo Mirage Sessions came out. I just haven't gotten it yet.
I really want. I'm considering Wii U specifically because that game looks so good.
Oh, that game looks so good. Oh, hearing everything about it makes me really need to play it. That's like
Almost 2 days ago, I was literally staring at like a
Wii U
GameStop,
bundle?
like Wii U bundle.
yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Here's a question: what game that came out this year so far would you think you would generally like go with? Like you think you would really like? We just haven't gotten yet.
I got a few actually for that one. Doom is the big one, but Oxenfree and Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is the big one, but
Just kind of bounced off of Salt and Sanctuary.
no, I think I'll enjoy that game, but I've played it, right, and I just need to get around to it at this point.
That's fair.
As far as games like I haven't touched at all that I really want to, it is Oxenfree and Stardew Valley and Doom. So.
Yeah. Alex and I did play a very small amount of Salt and Sanctuary while we were between E3 streams,
Yes.
for reference.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out the co-op, but we couldn't.
And Alex needed to own it, or it had to be my primary console, and it was neither.
Yeah, it was just complicated for. Also, Invisible Ink, which came out for PS4, which I have not played yet.
Yeah, that game looks good.
That game looks really good.
I've heard from one person whose opinion I respect that it's very good.
Yeah, quite good. That's a good question though. What about you, Nomshin? Just say Mighty Number 9.
Definitely Doom.
Yeah, dude.
I'll definitely try out Mighty Number 9 for myself.
Yeah,
like,
I really want to know what you think of that game.
yeah, it'll probably be like just by the numbers and
Yeah.
and like a lot of people who trust who opinions I trust are probably would feel the same way I feel. It just like won't really gel with me, but like I always like to try stuff for myself. So I'll give it a shot.
Absolutely.
But like like definitely Doom. Tokyo Mirage Session. I think I'm gonna get.
You should. We should play it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
and me. Wrap it on Game of the Year. That game looks awesome. God,
I-
it looks so good.
I'm probably gonna play that game.
All right.
It's probably gonna be. I'm probably gonna buy a Wii U in 2 weeks.
Okay. This is it. We've finally broken you.
It's gonna be that, and so I'm probably gonna buy a GameStop refurbished Wii U. Because those are $200.
I'm doing the Roger Burcorny face right now.
Unless you can come up with a better idea than $200 Wii U.
That's fine.
And,
Just wait for the new Wii.
The whatever the NX. Throw up your
Yeah.
X's.
But there's a game that I want to play.
I'm sorry. Please finish your thought, Nomshin.
and probably Quantum Break. I still haven't even touched that game yet.
I should finish that game.
Yeah.
I played the first act of it and I liked it, and then I just was like, I need to finish this first, and then I never came back to it, which sucks. I'm trying to think. I think it was like Dark Souls came out, and I was like, I need to finish this first, and then I'll come back to Quantum Break. Yes, this was. They like came out within a week of each other, and I have not gone back to that. Greg, what about you? Anything that's come out this year so far that you'd really like to play? Oh, one more thing for me. SteamWorld Heist came out on everything that is in 3DS now, and I really need to play that as well.
Yeah.
Because that game looks phenomenal. Go on, Greg.
Games that are coming out this year that
No,
I'd
that have already come out in the first 6 months that you haven't played but would like to play. As a train rolls over somebody's house.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Not too many games have been on my radar other than some of the big ones that I've already got. So
Okay.
Like anything you wanted to get that you didn't have the money for?
XCOM 2, maybe? Maybe that is your game?
I haven't played an XCOM game in such a long time.
Well, I mean, the last one came out in 2012.
Yeah.
Is that 2012?
Has Civ 6 not out yet, right?
Civ 6 is this September or October.
Okay.
So I'm very
I see
excited for
things
that
on
as well.
Facebook about that all the time, but yeah.
I knew someone that played it, and they were like, "This isn't for me, but this seems pretty cool." So,
Yeah, it's another crack addiction waiting to happen.
oh yeah. From what I talked to someone who's like, "If you like Civ 5, yo, this is gonna fuck you up. I'm like, good, yes, my extra life game. So,
But yeah,
Oh, dude, that's gonna be Destiny.
it's true. Whatever. Tony and I are gonna play the new Destiny expansion. It's fine.
Apparently, so is Danny. So
Yeah, he's gonna lock into PSVR and play Destiny with us.
he'll be the boss.
Yeah, he will.
But yeah, I can't think of anything. I bought the Division against my better judgment, so yeah.
Whatever, man. That game has problems, but it's not bad.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I also want to play Odin Sphere. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
no,
a list
I got nothing.
Oh,
in the
definitely
back
that.
here.
I got nothing.
That's fine. Did you get Mirror's Edge?
Oh yeah, that's right. Honestly, that game like came out of nowhere. It kind of never got really
Came out like the
announced.
week before E3. That's why.
Yeah, it just kind of never got really announced. There were no commercials for it. It just kind of appeared, and I didn't even know it came out. I was like, oh wait, that game's out.
I just
Yeah,
I know you like the first one, so
That could be. Yeah, that would be one of the games that I haven't yet to get to play this year that I'd like to play.
okay. Cool.
I've heard mixed reviews about it.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
my-
I've also heard that people that liked Mirror's Edge will like this. So
I'm down for free running, jumping around.
Yeah.
I like
Uh,
Faith. She's cool.
she seems cool. Scott, Mr. Clicky McClicker Pants, whatever. Like you're playing Cookie Clicker over there.
He's playing fucking XCOM.
He's playing XCOM, fucking not paying attention to this goddamn fucking podcast.
Well, I kind of did buy the 2 games that I didn't have a couple of days ago. I'm playing one of them.
What's the other one that you bought?
Dark Souls 3.
Oh,
I'll bring
okay,
it a
cool.
second.
So I played Dark Souls 3 and XCOM 2. Those are the 2 games that I wanted to get for this year that have come out, and I just did it.
Okay.
So, as of now, not much is on my radar.
Okay.
You got Burnley
that's-
second, right? You mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, like, the 3 games that I was looking forward to that were coming out this year, that I knew that were coming out this year, have them.
Got it.
Oh, sorry, that have also come out already. Have
Yeah.
'em.
Yeah,
Um,
you got him. So
Now there's just the ones that are left.
at least you got like one good surprise in there in like Stardew Valley and stuff like that. So, Tony.
What about Final Fantasy Explorers, Scott? That game was pretty good.
Did that come out this year?
January.
Came out in
Totally
January.
did.
Fuck that game. I can't believe it.
Well, I mean, like, I wasn't really looking forward to that game for that long.
Wait.
Whatever, Alex. You played that game like twice.
I succumbed to peer pressure on that game so easily, and I'm really disappointed in myself.
Whatever, man. It's a good game. You just didn't play it.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Not a game for me. I played enough of it to be like, oh, they got me to play a Monster Hunter game. Fuck. It was fun. It was fun. It was fine. I just wasted $40. It's fine.
I remember us having very in-depth conversations about
We did. It
Like
provoked
game
a lot of
balance.
good thought and conversation on the show.
because you
And I
thought that we
appreciate
were
that.
gaming the system, and we weren't. We were just playing the game as the way it was intended.
Yeah, and I thought that was fascinating. Okay.
Yeah.
We had good talks. It was
Yeah.
worth it for that, but I didn't need to buy it for that.
No, you didn't.
Get wrecked.
But
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
Having bought and played it did help with that.
Yeah, it did. It helped me
Worth
participate
it,
in that
worth
conversation.
it at
better.
least once.
Yeah, worth it at least once, I guess.
It
Just
wasn't
not
worth
40. Just not
$45.
$40.
Games that have come out that I haven't had a chance to play. It's funny because like
Outside of like
This-
recent stuff. Like
Yeah,
past,
sure.
Past couple weeks.
this year has kind of been the year where like if a game comes out and I want to play it, I just fucking buy it.
Yeah, like you've
I
got
haven't
like,
had
a stable
that-
job.
Right. I haven't had that chance to do that and like any year
Yeah.
previous.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a lot to contribute to this part of the list.
Yeah.
But I would say that like the biggest like glaring things that I just kind of things I don't have a console for, right? Because that's still something it's hard for me. It's still hard for me to justify buying a Wii U, even though I really want to.
Mhm.
So like even if I had to pick something, it would probably be Tokyo Mirage Sessions, because that looks really good. But obviously I have no way to play it, or otherwise I already would be.
Yeah.
Real talk, if you got a Wii, what would you get for it?
Super Mario Maker immediately.
Yoshi's Woolly World, of course.
Fuck that game. I think a lot of my buying games for Wii U would be more like I'm going to play. I just borrow games from Alex that he's already finished.
Yoshi's
like
Woolly
owns
World
them all.
should have been my game of the year last year, so it would have had to have been in our top 5.
I would have gotten it out of there regardless.
That game is so good.
But I think most of it, like I think if I got the console, a lot of it would just be me like, Alex, I'm stealing all your Wii U games for like a week.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty you could borrow. Zombie
Um,
U. I have Zombie
yeah.
U still.
Oh yeah, good.
Don't you have like a bunch of digital games though?
Me? Yeah, I do. I have a handful of them. I like Smash Brothers. I have digitally.
Like I guess
Like 2 more.
I'd like
digitally as
to
well.
play a little bit more Splatoon. I know that they're doing their final Splatfest now. I definitely want to try Tokyo Mirage Sessions, like I said. But the biggest draw for the Wii U, and like I pretty much was gonna buy a Wii U just for Super Mario Maker. So I feel like that's these 2 games are enough for me to want to just purchase the system.
It'd be worth the playing through Mario 3D World as well, though.
Sure.
Because that game's phenomenal.
Yeah, and we played 3D Land. I've been
Sorry.
through the whole thing. So
Yeah.
There's also Card, and there's also Smash Brothers, and also
Yep.
Bayonetta.
definitely Bayonetta.
Yeah.
So
All right. There is one other question that Jarrett kind of asked us, but I'd like to save that for his show, which you should listen to, Monthly Passions podcast.
he had questioned.
He had questioned. But yeah, he asked me at least if I prevented the apocalypse and it was no longer happening on June 30th, and the year went on as is, what do I think my game of the year would be going forward by the end of the year? Which I think is an interesting question.
I mean, that question seems kind of silly because Alex could never stop the apocalypse.
Yeah, it's true, right?
He'd probably just get tired.
I'm curious though, Greg, since you probably won't be on Monthly Passions podcast, what of the games coming out this holiday and kind of through the last 6 months of the year, do you think any of them will dethrone Doom as your game of the year?
For Honor seems really interesting.
Okay, yeah, that
But
seems
doesn't
like a
come out
Greg
till
Blaney
next
game.
year.
Is that a this year game?
That is early next year.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
But also Battlefield 1, I'll say.
Mhm.
Because that game just looks really fun to play.
Yeah, that's got Greg Blaney written all over it, pretty much.
But mainly For Honor, if I'm going to say anything, because that game looks so badass.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it, even though I have 0 interest in it. It sounds cool.
I know it's not a this year game, Greg, but what is your thoughts on Horizon?
Horizon.
We talked
Horizon
about this
Zero
after
Dawn?
our Sony post show.
Horizon.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn.
God, I must have been very tired.
You were.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Go on.
I think the show. Wow, I don't know. It looks very Tomb Raider-ish, but
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I would pick it up
Okay.
after seeing it.
Not your cup of tea?
I mean, it looks cool and it has some cool concepts. I just
Just not a fan of robot dinosaurs. I get it.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
fine, Greg.
dinosaur racist.
fine.
Whatever.
Whatever. You only like your fleshy dinosaurs.
They have feathers.
They do have feathers, apparently.
Look, man, if it's not a monster girl, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
It's true. Fair enough.
Yeah, it has to have petting mini
The
games.
man knows what he wants. That's fine. Are you gonna get PSVR?
Hell no,
All right, fair.
Have you ever used VR at all, Greg?
I have not.
Okay. You should give it a
That's-
shot.
I just
feel
don't have money to spend on superfluous bullshit.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But I'm interested.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's interesting. It's just that I don't have money for it.
I feel
It's
like you would really like VR. Is all.
I would totally would. It's just that
You're poor. I understand.
yeah, we're all poor,
Yeah, I
so
gotcha.
if we all
Greg,
just
you could
stick,
turn the anime into real.
yeah, I could turn a lot of things into real, but then you're just gonna have to look at me naked in a room by myself. So
Yeah.
I don't have to look at that.
He doesn't have to look.
hey,
There
look,
will-
man, I will put mirrors up and Snapchat that to the world.
There will be PSVR content on IrrationalPassions.com.
Oh yeah,
Justin and
Yeah. I will at least have it.
yeah, Tony will have it. Justin is coming down, and he's going to bring his, and we're going to figure out how to stream and or capture video from that in some way. I will
It's
try.
just gonna be like putting a GoPro in front of your eyes.
I don't know how it's gonna work,
You're
but
gonna bring back your green screen.
we might bring back the green screen for that.
I don't think you need a green screen for it.
Yeah, but you
Will
might.
we have space for a green screen?
Yeah. No, I have plenty of space. But we will see. Because I think it would be very fun to watch Justin and myself in PSVR, just like with a green screen in the background, us just kind of like figuring shit out. So we'll see. All right, that's it for that. Let's move on to the mail sack.
All right.
We don't have any emails, I don't think, or voicemails.
You do have a voicemail. I for sure know that you have one.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah.
So I didn't receive anything.
Well, you certainly have one.
Okay. Is it from you?
No,
Let me check the.
from Silver PR. Nope.
He said he didn't send any
He
today.
did.
I know, and then I told him, I said unacceptable, and he said, okay, I sent one.
All right. Let me see if it popped up in here.
I
Because
don't know if I have anything for the rest of this year. I'm trying to think.
yeah, if there was something that could knock you off, Nabishin. I did not get a voice. Oh, I did. Look at this.
I told you.
Holy shit.
Oh God! Stop it, phone. Okay. You can ruminate on that, Nabishin, and I will play this Silver PR voicemail.
What up, guys? Sophia here. Impromptu voicemail because I've been busy. I've been like almost barely 14 hours on the streets, not being at home. Barely, I just got home, and you guys record.
The dog's
a bit
just
earlier.
killing
I
some in the
thought
background.
that I would have sent a voicemail. Then
Look, it's Puerto Rico.
powers of persuasion of Tony Horvath said that it was acceptable when I said, "Sorry, guys, no voicemail." So,
I said one
yeah,
word.
all in my soul, and well, whatever. We do this. We're gonna do it live. Right now, I'm just taking out the trash. Just did. I'm walking back home. So yeah, video games. Just
fucking
play
love you,
one
Silver.
game of Overwatch on the competitive mode that pretty much got.
Just kill the dog.
I believe like Thursday or Friday. I don't remember.
Sorry.
And it's cool. It's just the same thing. It's a good presentation. So, and that thing could evolve through time and every season. So that's a cool thing. Also, I did the story mode of Street Fighter V, the story expansion.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it is what it is. It wasn't going to be the greatest thing in the world. It has a lot of plot holes, but
It looks all right.
it's so anime. It's so anime.
Seems all
I
right.
loved it. And, introducing and just showcasing some characters that they're not in the main roster, but, hopefully they're going to be introduced if the lifespan of the game continues and they just add more characters to the roster. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have like a tangent because right now I'm on the street. I mean, I came from home right now, and I don't know. Just blame Tony Horvath for this because he made me feel guilty not sending this baby to you guys. But yeah, congratulations on 6 years.
Thank you.
I know IP 400 will be awesome.
300, but that's
comes,
fine.
You guys been doing this for 6 years.
I mean, it doesn't
You
invalidate
guys
what
are,
you said.
like,
400 is going to
badass.
be great.
You're one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to.
Oh, thank
There's
you.
no secret why I send you my voicemails week after week. So, guys, much love, much respect. And, Alex, I think I left a Twitter question, but I believe it's going to be the subject. So I'm just not going to say it here. So he let us introduce it later. So without further ado, guys, have a fun one. Have a happy Saturday. I love you all. So PR, signing out.
We love you too, man. I hope you have a very happy Saturday. Yeah, he sent us a question on Twitter that said, congrats on 6 years. In no specific order, what are your top 3 games of the first half of 2016?
I think we've covered it.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of covered it.
Did we all say 3 though?
We all said 1. I don't know if anyone had
But
a couple
there really
other.
isn't that many.
Sure. For me, it's still Stardew Valley at the top. And then after that would probably be kind of a tie between Overwatch and Dark Souls 3.
Okay. Yeah, mine it's Overwatch and Uncharted 4, and then Fire Emblem probably. So.
Fuck you, Dark Souls 3.
Whatever, man.
I'm being funny. Sorry about
Single
it.
tear. What's that my face?
Me would probably be Rhythm Heaven, Uncharted, and Severed on.
So you don't feel so bad, option. Rhythm Heaven's easily fourth.
Scott, is yours XCOM, Stardew, Overwatch?
I probably put Bravely Second above Overwatch.
Okay,
I'm liking it so far.
fair enough.
Stardew that high for you?
Should we create a list of 10 games
Scott played 110 hours of Stardew Valley, so I just assumed that was going to be
in
number two.
order from 10 to 1?
absolutely.
1 being the best game so far this year.
No. We would be here
We
all
could do
night.
that.
We would be here all night. I loved the Giant Bomb post E3 thing also. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
I was very happy to get a little bit of that in the middle of the year.
that's what I'm saying.
That was out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was out of nowhere.
I was like, man, this sounds a lot like Game of the Year content.
Greg, do you have any other two that you want to list off?
Doom, Overwatch, Dark Souls.
Cool. It's been an alright year so far. I mean, we tend to
Very
forget about
diverse
stuff.
from all of us other than Overwatch.
Yeah, I mean, like it's weird because we forget a lot of things. I think when we get to kind of Game of the Year territory, we're thinking more about all the stuff that's happened. But like stuff like The Witness came out, Oxenfree, Firewatch, Fire Emblem, Dark Souls, Quantum Break. A lot of stuff came out this year so far. So, and a lot more is coming on the way. So, let's take a peek at the Twitters. You can tweet us questions at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ.
What the?
This is new to you, Greg. I know.
No. Sorry, I was clicking something and then everything got highlighted.
Yeah, relevant. But if you tweet that at IrrationalPod, you can have your questions read and shared on the show. The Malgadar at the Malgadar. I don't even know who the Malgadar is, but he has like his picture on Twitter is. I might have met this guy also. His picture on Twitter is like an animated like person with sunglasses and a fedora on.
Okay.
And like he looks very mysterious. So I just like the title The Malgadar. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but he says purple or orange. This is his question.
Purple. That's a
Purple.
green duck.
Purple. Yeah.
Purple?
Scott.
Purple?
Is this the trick question?
Yeah, it's definitely purple.
Okay.
Yeah, get fucked,
Unanimous.
Orange.
Purple. No, that's the whole question. Purple or orange.
All right.
I feel like the follow-up question is you're all wrong, and I.
I don't know. That's not a question. So maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Some kid named Justin Zorel at the Sigma Omega.
Oh, that guy.
Sounds like a nerd. He says, "All right, guys, for your 6 years gone, but could always be someone's first episode. So, what's your favorite color?" Another color question.
My favorite color is purple.
Yeah, I mean, this is my favorite color, purple too.
Is this real?
Scott and I are the same person.
Hey, Alex, what's your favorite color?
It's scarlet.
You're
Yeah,
wrong.
You're wrong. It's magenta. It's been magenta forever. Fuck you.
It
And
has
it's now
changed
purple.
from magenta to scarlet a long time ago. But yeah, that shade of red specifically, I'm a big fan of. Nabishin? Please don't say purple.
Can we all have our favorite colors be very obscure shades of red? Mine will be sanguine.
Mine's fuchsia now, apparently. Nabishin?
Blue? I don't know.
Blue? Okay, blue is an acceptable answer.
I'm a simple man.
Hey,
No,
man.
it's blue with a question mark.
Blue? Greg?
Green or red?
No green or red.
I like both colors.
Those are opposites on the color scale.
I'm a very bipolar person.
Well, I mean, obviously. Green or red? Choose.
It's so hard. I'm gonna go with green then.
Okay, there it is. Purple, blue, scarlet, green. We would have a real fucked up flag if we ever made a country. Second question from the Sigma Omega over here. Second question is, what's your least favorite movie?
My least favorite movie. That's
like-
fucking hard.
Nabishin's answer would be Unfriended. It's a good story behind that one too.
That is a really good story. But but it's not my favorite as far as it being the least. So no.
Yeah. My least favorite movie. My least. Now I think about it, yeah, least favorite.
That's why
movie.
it's hard.
Not the worst movie I've seen, but the least favorite movie I've seen. It's probably be Cabin in the Woods.
That one does kind of suck.
Because that movie's all right, and I watched it, and I fucking made fun of it the whole time, so I enjoyed it.
I think I was there.
You might have been there. I enjoyed it, but I don't think it's good, but I still have a love for that movie, in a way.
You know, I totally have one too. Mine is X-Men 3.
Okay. That's fair. That's a good one, too.
That's a bad movie. It ruins X-Men from a bad series already to begin with, because the X-Men movies aren't all that great. They're
okay. They have their moments.
yeah, they have their moments. Like, I love X2. I
think Days of Future Past and
I've never seen First Class, but everyone says that's
First
the
Class.
best
Yeah,
one.
those two are just genuinely good movies, I think. So,
But like, yeah, I know X3 is a bad movie, but
Yeah.
like, I do like.
but you
Wolverine.
can like it.
Yeah, I like Wolverine in that movie, and even though I don't like that Phoenix version of Jean Grey, I thought she portrayed it really nicely for what they had. So,
Greg, least favorite movie?
I don't watch garbage.
Yeah, but you can
Everything
have a movie.
Greg watches is awesome.
the end of Evangelion.
Yeah, there you go. You can have a movie that you like, but you like the least.
I don't know because I own anything that I like, so I don't really have anything that I don't
All right.
like. So I wouldn't-
Here's a valid follow-up question. What's your least favorite Dragon Ball Z movie?
that's an interesting question because
know.
there's a lot of them,
I know.
and
What's
plus I
your-
don't know all of them.
Okay, that's fine. Just of the ones you've seen. What's your least favorite? Don't say the Bardock one because that one's all right.
The Tree of Might.
Okay.
Oh,
Good
fuck
choice.
you.
Well, you said Bardock. That's the Bardock movie, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Bio Brawly?
No, The Tree of Might.
No, you're saying it's worse than Bio Broly?
I haven't seen Bio Brawly.
Good. Don't waste your time.
The Tree of Might is pretty bad.
That's decent. It's the only fucking movie that has T and Yasuo in it.
I know.
True, but they come really relevant later on. So
But at least they do fucking something. They're not.
true. At least they're not Yamcha.
Oh, poor Yamcha.
Fuck that guy.
Scott, your least favorite movie?
You see, I've got a bunch, but I don't know the names of them because I never cared enough to pay attention to them.
You want to give us like a brief synopsis, and then we'll.
Yeah, they're mostly romantic comedies.
Okay.
Scott hates romance.
Scott hates it when other
Well-
people love each other.
Scott hates rom-coms.
No, it's just like my mom watches a lot of the same stuff on HBO.
Yo, your
I'm
mom
like,
does watch.
turn that off. I'm like, turn that off.
I'm tweeting out the hashtag.
So I'm gonna go with
hashtag
Twister.
Scott hates
I'm gonna go with.
rom-coms.
I'm going with Twister.
Okay.
Twister?
Twister.
Every time I hang out at
romantic
Scott's house,
comedy.
his mom is always watching some weird movie, and it always looked the same to me.
Exactly.
It's true. It's not gonna fuck me up as bad as that one time I came in. They were watching Kung Fu Panda on a True Motion TV. It was like the motion was all fucked. Ugh. Nabisha knows what I'm talking about.
You mean fixed?
Fuck you, Scott. Tony, do you have an answer for this?
The Human Centipede.
That's a
Well,
good one. Oh
I'm
my
sorry
God.
you had to watch that.
The night
No,
of our
I was involved in a very annoying picture that keeps being brought up every couple years.
the night of our high school graduation,
All of us watched that shit.
I had a bunch of people come over to my house and we watched Mean Girls and then The Human Centipede.
I'm sorry. That's just an awful decision.
It was the greatest thing we've ever done.
I have no qualms with like what we did because I thought that was like one of my favorite experiences of high school was like that last week of school where we
Oh, it was
just
so
fucking
good.
we didn't do shit.
Oh yeah, we basically were like Hey, you know how school's over? Basically, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it was
night
awesome.
before our last day, we all slept over at Alex's house, and then in the morning we were like, should we even go?
Yeah, should we just like not go in today? We did. We had a fun carpool sesh. It was good.
But yeah, that I actively dislike that movie. So
Yeah, that was a great experience though.
it was, but I don't like the movie.
Third question and final question from at the Sigma Omega. Third and final question: is Gus finally the real mascot of Irrational Passion?
I would say yes, but only in one circumstance,
Yeah.
that he is wearing Pop Leo cosplay.
Jesus, I go through a lot of work to get Horstachio in a lot of our cover art.
That's fair.
In really subtle ways. Like if you go into the first Danny Juarez episode, and where he's a taco, in the background, I added a blur effect to it, and Horstachio is out the window like waving. And it took me like 20 minutes to get like that effect just right, and it looks fucking amazing. But like I don't think anyone's seen it, so I have to say it now. It's been enough time. But yeah, Hudson the Horstachio will forever be our mascot. If Joseph Fate left one thing with us, it's that Evan needs to have fucked up new releases when he reads them out loud.
Wow, he did not call in.
Oh yeah, he didn't.
It's midnight too. That's all like, oh wow.
It's been long enough that I feel like I can call Evan.
Do it.
What?
This is the last thing we're doing, but it's also that the other thing that Joe instilled in this show is that
Where did you put
Hudson is our mascot.
Hudson in the? Is he in Link's hair?
Oh, he's in the background.
Where?
He's very small.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find it. But
It's on the left side.
Fuck.
He's not in every single cover art, but he's in most of them now. All right, I'm gonna call Evan. He's probably not gonna answer.
Thought he was just gonna be really sleepy.
Oh, I have a terrible signal down here. Hi guys, I'm flying a plane right now. I can't talk.
Hello.
Hi Evan.
Hi.
Hi, you never called me.
I'm sorry, I was at dinner.
Oh well, I'm sorry. That
It's 12:20, Evan.
it's the 6-year anniversary of our podcast. It's 12:20 in the morning.
Is it that early? Is it really that early?
Yeah, I mean it's I would qualify that as late personally,
12:30.
but 12:21.
It's not late. It's early. Come on,
Okay.
Alex. It's early. It's a Saturday night.
I was.
Excuse
Gotta go
me.
partying, all right?
Evan, are you just out drinking, flying airplanes?
No.
Evan, I
I
need
would do
you.
that at the same time.
That's good. Evan, I need you to answer a question for us because you're live on the
Okay.
podcast right now, just for reference.
Okay.
When was the last time you flew an airplane?
Last year it was
Last year?
September. Yeah. It was like September, October.
Okay. You don't even remember. It wasn't that significant a memory to lock in.
No.
No.
absolutely
Garbage.
terrifying.
Why would it be significant?
I don't know, because you're flying a giant fucking plane.
It's not that big.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, dude, not all planes are like airliners that hold 150 passengers.
Scott was
Jesus.
quick to acknowledge that not all planes are big to me. Happy anniversary, Evan.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Wish you could be here, with your real friends.
Yeah.
We love you.
Bitch, please. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. There, Evan said bitch on a podcast. Now we have it recorded at the very least. Okay, well, thanks for answering at least, Evan. You should come on a podcast sometime soon.
I'm trying, but I closed everything on my Alex.
I'm sorry. We'll record after midnight sometime. It'll be Rational Passion Chat.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
All right, I'm gonna hang up now. I love you, Evan.
All right.
All right, bye. He did not say I love you back. Wow.
Well, I mean, to be fair, would I?
Yeah, but like Scott, you're an emotionless android. Evan feels things.
Damn, it got sassy.
He's probably sipping
Like, I love you, and he's like, all right, bye.
sipping champagne on an airplane. Evan Wall, what a character. He's gotten so much sassier since the last time he was on the show.
You still have his mic?
I do still have his mic.
I guess it's just your mic now.
It's not like he has a computer that has USB ports to record with anyway. I have to use a fucking mouse because I have a Surface Pro tablet. I'm like, Evan, oh, there's so many things wrong with what you just said to me. That's the show. That's it. That's the whole thing. Thank you so much for listening, watching, participating. You can be a part of the show just like Silver PR and all of our tweeters were. You can send us an email, mailsack@irrationalpassions.com.
Or if you prefer, you can be on the show like Evan just was.
Just text
Call
me.
Alex's phone.
Yeah, call my phone. No, don't, God.
While we're podcasting, just go ahead. He'll answer.
No, please don't. There are people that we know who listen to the
would
show
do
that
that.
have my phone number that would do that. So don't encourage them.
At least once, guys. At least once.
Voicemail 404-590-1337. Standard long distance fees do apply. If you'd like to leave us a voicemail, you can do it there. Tweet us at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ. And we'll read your questions on the show at the end of the show. You can follow each of us on Twitter. I'm at AlFighter27, which spells just like it sounds. Scott is at WUTTEHCHUZ. That's what to chuz. Nobishin is at NABESHIN186. That's Nobishin186. Tony's at Tony Horvath, all one word. Justin Graffius is calling me right now.
All right, let's do it.
Answer it. Answer it.
All right. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Alex.
I just told these people that you shouldn't tell people to call the show if you have my phone number. But that didn't stop you, did it?
I'm calling.
Yeah. Hi, Justin. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Happy 6th anniversary, guys.
Thank you. I mean, it's fine. We could have one more podcast that's a train wreck. I appreciate.
I'm just following what Scott said.
Yeah, well,
He said to do it, so I had to listen.
what did I say about like the whole emotionless android thing earlier? Thank you
Hey.
for your tweets and questions.
If you can hear me, everybody's getting a kick out of
Of
this.
course, anytime.
Except for Alex.
Everyone else is getting a kick out of it. I know you can't hear them, but they're enjoying this. But I get to talk to you with
Matters.
I get to talk to you with Greg tomorrow morning. So
Yeah.
Maybe if you guys wake up or you don't work or.
I woke up. I just had to go into work. So
I'll be up.
I'll be there. I'll make Greg be there.
All right.
All right, I'm hanging up now.
Sure. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
You can follow
More time.
Greg on Twitter at Gregory Blaney.
So,
And you can follow the show and website on Twitter at IrrationalPod. Some other stuff, rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. It helps us out a lot. Go to VGEvo.com, check out the podcast network that we are a part of there, and check out MupX, Malicious Pod X.
woo!
Greg hosts that podcast.
Yeah, bro.
It's about anime.
Yeah.
We're streaming weekly over at twitch.tv/RationalPassions. I feel like we did something this week. I was going to stream some Jackbox, but I don't know if I got around to it. I don't think I did. It was late. Let's Plays are coming back to our YouTube channel next week, or this week that you're listening to the show. YouTube.com/RationalPassions.
We should do one.
Yeah, we should do one, Greg. We'll figure it out. Tell your friends also about the show if you like the show, because word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. And for everything else, Irrational Passions and links to all that stuff, irrationalpassions.com. That's it. That's the whole thing. Greg, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Man, fuck Evan. Also, it's really
Sassy
hitting me
Waltz
now.
is sassy.
Yeah, he just got real sassy with me. He didn't even say he loved me. We podcast together for like 4.5 years consistently. And then that bastard doesn't have any love to share.
Shout
Thank
out to
you.
Lipstick Nerds.
He's
because I
too
got
busy
my shirt
slamming
today.
drinks.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Lipstick
Getting
nerds.
tipsy.
We should wear lipstick on one of our podcasts.
Trevor looked real hot when he was on Lipstick Nerds. With that
Yeah.
lipstick on? God damn.
Just want to kiss him.
Just want to get your mouth all up on it. We got to get Tony on Lipstick Nerds. All right, that's fine. You don't have to say anything to that.
I don't feel I need to add anything.
Yeah. I was on Bonus Points recently. You should check that out if you haven't already. Episode 69.
Again.
Again, it's my third appearance. Fourth if you include one of their E3 post shows.
Anything special with the 69? episode?
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, we need to get you on episode 69." It was pretty much a normal episode. I had things that I was going to do, but all the people that I asked to do stuff for me fell through. So single
Just
tier.
like your sex life. Bang.
Oh.
Yep. Just like my
Wah, wah,
69.
wah, wah.
Apparently, with what Evan's giving me, he's not going to call me back tonight. I didn't get no booty call tonight. That's it. Thank you so much to everyone who's watching, listen, especially the folks who've been there for all 6 years. I don't know if anyone fits that category. We've had like a lot of.
I mean, I'm here.
Tony's here. But yeah, it's been a great run. We're gonna keep going, at least until episode 300. At least until Extra Life.
Well, I mean, someone already said that our episode 400 was really good, so we got to at least get there.
God damn it! It's another 2 years, right?
Yep.
That'll be 8 years. Episode
Yeah.
400. Oh man.
And then we all quit like one episode before the 10-year anniversary.
Okay. That's fine. I think we have to stop at the 10-year.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm
it'll
pretty sure we have to.
A long time.
Yeah, that's a
Excuse
long
is
time.
just to leave, Alex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will
I'll
need
be
to
in
stop.
IGN then. Tom Twister got me in, so I don't think I could do this anymore, guys.
Yeah, by the way, please. No. God, no. I would still do this if I got hired by IGN.
What the hell are you?
Yeah, if they let me, I would do it. I feel like this show is garbage enough that they would let me still.
We're just scum sipping in the bottom of
No,
full other
they let Anthony Gallegos and Arthur Geese do Rebel FM. So I figured they
Arthur
could
never worked at IGN, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Briefly.
That was a million years ago. So.
Yeah, it was a million years ago. So no one remembers that shit. Thank you so much for listening, being a part of the show. We love all of you so much. Seriously, can't show appreciation enough. Thank you to Danny Wiesner for our opening and closing music of The World is Saved and two-player co-op. Flip that. That's the order that they're in. Thanks, Greg, for coming on. It was
Yo.
good talking to you, man.
Hey, I try to be on as often as I can. Just lately, been really busy.
Which is just once a year, apparently. So.
yeah, I know.
Thank
Once I
you.
change of jobs, it'll be alright.
Okay. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Nabishin. I love you guys. Winky face.
Mhm.
And thanks again for listening. I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. We will talk to you. Play your games. Stay irrational. We will talk to you next week.
You did it.
I did it!
You did it right.
All right, we got a closing topic to talk about.
No. Just fucking
All right,
read the titles.
So we have Irrational Passions After Dark. How many teraflops?
Trevor Starkey just texted me saying, I hope you had a good show. Happy 6 years. I love you guys.
Wide load coming through.
You're the best.
Do you have a pet, Gus? Thanks, Trevor. We know. Are you clicking, Scott?
Thanks, Trevor is not a title. Tony just worked that in there, which I appreciate.
Battleborn, the Dane Cook of video games.
Where'd that come from?
We gotta keep pushing that in there.
Watcher.gg. Destiny 2 Neo. Dinosaurs has feathers. Just taking out the trash. My favorite color is purple. And Scott, the emotionless android.
I really like Watcher.gg, actually. I think that's a great name for a website.
They have like other websites in the series. Like there is Guardian.gg for Destiny, and then Agora.gg for what is it? Paragon, I think. Yeah.
Well, garbage. No one goes there. Fucking MOBA for nerds. So, what do you guys like? What do you like, Greg?
My favorite color is purple.
Okay.
I just like the idea of everybody just having their favorite color be purple.
Cameron Abbott just texted me saying, "Happy 6-year anniversary. Happy 6 years, you beautiful faces." Thanks, Cameron. I love you.
Cameron, you're awesome.
Yes.
Hope to see you again.
Yes. Sorry.
I can go for Watcher.gg.
Watcher.gg. Tony?
I like Thanks, Trevor.
Not actually even on this list, so.
Well, we tried.
How many teraflops is actually really good, too? All these are really good. Nabishin, what do you like?
I haven't had Scott title in a long time. The emotionless android.
Scott, the emotionless android. Tony, do you want to pick a real one, or? Got it. Cool. He just sent a link. My favorite purple is my favorite color, so I guess that's the one that he's picking. Fucking man, I don't know. That's 2 for my purple, and 2 for Watcher.gg. So we're in an impasse now. If you had to choose between one of those, Nobishin, which would you choose?
I like purple.
Okay, that's it. My favorite color is purple.
But I
can you
also really like just taking out the trash.
It's too late. Greg, can you say the episode number?
I can.
Do you remember how this works?
Just kind of like the Muppet setup, right?
Yeah, you're listening to Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 284.
Gotcha.
I will say... No, I'm sure you can say the episode title. Whenever you guys are ready. I'm just going to lean back here.
All right. You're listening to Irrational Passions episode... I'm sorry.
Trying to incorporate the word podcast into there at some point.
Yeah, thanks. You are listening to the Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 284.
My favorite color is purple.
There we go.
I really like that. You can stop recording now.
Sorry about that.
No worries. You're not as bad as Scott. No shade necessarily being thrown here. I'm just saying. Factually accurate statement right there. Thank you, video viewers. We love you all. Bye.
Fancy physics.